24 from the group stages are playing, teams are still going to be experimenting with some things. And finals, where the top 16 are going to play, is where no one takes chances. And talking about taking chances, we have the first game live right now on Erangel, the trajectory starting from Lipovka, heading over to the military base area. So mansion is going to be there, prison is right underneath the trajectory, Milta is going to be available, Pochinki School, Yasna Poliana is going to be available as well. On the other side, Novo is going to be available, military base is going to be there, Primorsk, Feripie, and if you are feeling adventurous, you can head over to the side of Everest and take control of Georgiapur.
Some teams might go there, but NHN is making up its drop in the early stages, as they like to go to Stalberg, Split. Let's see if they are going to go for that area. And talking about one team that goes to Everest, you know, Hype actually stays up at that area when the fights are happening, when the fights actually start. We'll see where Hype goes right now. But then Rising Nepal, the team that just got 23 points yesterday, would like to take 23 in one match tomorrow, because that is going to be a big boost if they go for it. We'll have to see what happens. Hype is going for a drop. DC is going for a drop. INES is what I see.
Yeah, they go to Novo, yeah.
They are going for Novo, but then they can be contested by Rising Nepal. But I think right now Rising Nepal is going for a Milta drop, and no one is contesting them in that area, which seems like a good thing. TX on the Pochinki-ish side, or the southern side of Pochinki. So we'll have to see what the teams actually go for. And this is your A map, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, all the teams that are dropping and that have dropped. Look at 7C. 7C is still going for Primos, but that is so outside the circle right now. The circle favors Pochinki, School, Milta, Shelter, Farm, all these good and big areas. Let's see how the rotations happen, or if the bridges will be contested or something.
Bridges should be contested. I mean, it's a good area to rack up some kills, just because once again, as I said a couple of days ago, you never want to fight in a corridor. Bridge is sort of a corridor, because on the other side you have water. If you dive down, you're going to be vulnerable. You will be killed off. On the other side, on the bridge, there is some cover. So if you're on point with your aim, if you're on point with your mechanics, you can actually contest it and try to fight it out. But for the other side, the teams that are going to be camping the bridge, it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel, basically.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that sometimes happens, sometimes don't happen. We'll have to see what happens. But then right now, INES, it's a good team. It's sitting on the second position right now, right? So we'll have to see, can they contest the first position? I mean, the difference is not that much. They can go for it. And I think there's going to be bad KTM Ramos. Oh, he was trying to go on these players of DE. But I think, yes, Shifu sir, he'll take a buggy as well out of this fight. And let's see what happens, as the first blood has been drawn in the kill feed. And obviously, they would like to finish him as well.
Yeah, they will definitely go for the finish on Ramos, and the first player being taken out of the game before we even hit the 3-minute mark. I mean, it has been sort of a trend on Erangel with these teams from South Asia, wherein they will drop close to someone they actually see coming in and then just pick up a vehicle and try and drive over them. That usually happens when you see teams drop in an open area where they're trying to go in for those long-range rotations. But this time around, that backfired, because the person you were trying to drive over had his teammate who had a gun on him, and he just finished KTM Ramos over there. So 63 players in the game live right now, and heading over towards the side of Yasna Poliana, we have Vibes, who actually could be contested by the team TDP. TDP, they have had an amazing performance so far. I mean, groups, they did really well. This time around, they are sort of struggling. But once again, I come back to my point, as I said during the pregame. Some teams will be looking to experiment. Oh, DE not looking good. Shifu, he got one kill, but he was killed off by the side of Wolves. What just happened right there?
Yeah, these kinds of things, they should not be happening. But yeah, you know, it sometimes happens, and that obviously feels kind of pretty weird and all. But then we'll have to see what happens. As Wolves, Wolves is ready for a fight. They are contesting DE on their landing, dropping location, and DE, they put out the first knock of the game. But then will that be enough, as they will be looking for other fights to happen as well? Wolves Dictator trying to take up the top TPP from near that roadside area, trying to give up the directions for Wolves Newty and Ironic to move, as well as Wolves 69 is also trying to move, but Illusion Sir and Rated Sir on the other side, and also one player that they don't know is on their side as well. Will that fight happen or not? We'll have to see, as Dictator is... Look at Dictator's position. He can just spot players and tell his players to shoot at them, and he won't be spotted in this whole scenario as well. But Illusion Sir and Rated Sir, they have a good area. had a high ground advantage, but right now as Illusion Sir is on the backside and Rated Sir, I think he's gonna go, and that's gonna be an easier and better thing as Rated Sir just moving out of here. Will they be stopping out in this area as the shots have been fired on Illusion Sir, low on health, can use the painkiller right now in the moving vehicle, will try to make the most out of it, and I think they are gonna go away and loot in some other direction. Wolves won the fight of mentality right now.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a mental fight between these two teams. And as I said, Wolves actually won it, forcing DE to get out of there and disengage from this entire situation, taking control of the entire area in their favor. But talking about taking control, I think Vibes, they are disengaging as well. They do not want to fight it out in the early stages, especially against a squad like TDP, because that could actually be risky. Once On Top gets on top of a high ground, he is going to start destroying your team. And Vibes, they are backing off slowly. Zarad, Anik, and Knight trying to climb up that hill. That could be vulnerable because, once again, they are going to be quite exposed while going up the altitude. So they have to be careful as to how they do it. And one of the ways that they are doing this right now is by leaving Red Eye still in the apartments. But on the other side, Rival, Slayer, and Noob being spotted by the players from the side of Hype. Gurkha has taken down Noob. He has been dropped, but Slayer is going to manage to get away somehow. Now, Gurkha, he is going to go for the finish on Noob, but Noob is hiding behind that car, that Jeep over there. So the only position that this puts Gurkha in is either blow up the vehicle and waste a lot of ammo, or he can actually go in the open area and go for the finish, which is going to be risky because Slayer on the other side could have laid a trap, left his teammate there, gone to a different location, and is going to be watching this probably, but we don't see him around. I think he just left Noob as a bait, or basically as a sacrificial lamb.
I mean, probably that can be one of the things that it's a player's strategy if they want to go for it, they just want to do it. And meanwhile, Squad, they had a good run in one of the games as they won the game, but then could not end up at the first position. As you know, the kills of PN Gaming were much more than them, so that was one of the things that they can actually go for. And Gurkha YT is trying to spot his opponent. Obviously, Rivals would not like to go as close as to him, but now I think with his buggy, he would like to go and finish him. If he does it, that can be a good thing. And this UAS is one thing that he can take, but not anymore as the tires have been burst up. So that's one of the things. He finishes him, and the team gets one kill. And meanwhile, KS is looking out here. See, KS is here, and then Wolves is in Rozhok. If Wolves come up to that hill of Rozhok, they can spot some KS players as KS, Mehraj, and Harid. And Sanhok, obviously, they are in this topmost area. One shot, if it plays its card right, one shot can actually take one of their players down, and that damage done. See, not even if they only charge for the damage done is always a damage done.
Definitely, you can give the team, if you give the entire team a significant amount of damage, you can rush into school when they are busy trying to heal themselves. So that is going to buy you window for the rush coming in. But on the other side, it is going to be easy for the side of PS to actually contest anything that is going to be thrown at them. And right now, Vibes, they have somehow managed to get away from Yasla Poliana, moving on to the high ground. And once again, keeping a watch on the entire area, because by now teams would have studied where each team likes to drop and how they like to rotate. And TDP, they have been going in that general direction for quite some time now. So that is one thing that's going to be expected. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni coming in with a split rotate. Gole and Reaper OP moving in from Stalbert towards the side of Yas. Now on the other side, Vcash and Lakhe OP have decided to stick towards the bank of the island. But once again, the circle, the blue zone is closing in. It's going to make contact with the play zone, and the next circle shift. Yesterday, there were insane shifts on Vikendi. Like the circle would go north once and then move towards the southern extreme. But now it is decided to stick in the center. Farm is going to be there. Milta is going to be available. Players can rotate to Mansion or Prison as well. But JM, Elementrix, TX, Rising Nepal, all of them have already made it and are gonna try and contest the center area of the circle. On the other side, we do see Reaper and Gole in close proximity to Vibes. But will Vibes actually go in and contest this? Will Vibes try and pick a fight with Nepali Ho Ni? We have to see. We will try and find that out. Lakhe OP actually stops his vehicle far off in the distance. You see the car there. That was Reaper. Okay, Reaper has gotten down. He has,
Reaper is down right now. I think if anything, they just want to spot some players and pop some heads. If they find an opportunity and they would like to go for it, Gole is also out there. They need to get to the zone as well. And Vibes Red Eye, I mean, this was a team that had a decent-ish run yesterday. While they got eliminated pretty early in the first match. They were one of the first teams to get eliminated out there, but then they had to take the fight in their hands and they had to go for it. They tried to go for it. But one of the things is right now that they don't have a vehicle in their close proximity. They have to get into the zone. That is 900 meters. Meanwhile, KS has made a move.
rotation change
They are making a
Jyanmaara
move into the zone. I mean, but slowly and steadily. Right now, previously school was inside the zone. They just made a move to the next area, that is the apartments, as now apartments are supporting the zone. And KTM Warhead still trying to find up a good area inside the circle if they can go for it. And they have spotted some players right in the upward direction that they were going for. And I think these houses can support them for a while if they are going for it. But this houses cannot, as Hype Squad was right up front of them. Can they take the fight out there? As KTM Warhead was moving right in front of Hype, as you can see in the minimap, he has spotted his vehicle there. He has stopped the vehicle out there. Can Hype Squad find him? Can Hype Squad actually find a way to distract the player? And look at this. The pay vehicle. I mean, the skin is one of the dopest skin out there, to be honest.
Yeah, it is pretty dope and it is pretty exclusive as well. You have the jacket of Yeah, you have the real jacket.
Elementrix
Ocean is one of the OGs of PUBG Mobile.
I love PUBG for some reasons. They give me good gifts.
I have actually learned a lot by watching your videos as well. So, because Ocean once again, is on the next level, but we have to see if the teams, what are they thinking right now? Because breaking this down right now in the semi-finals is going to be pretty interesting. Elementrix once again went in for an early rotate from the military island, and military island, as we talk about the military base, it is quite a big area. You can actually find a lot of stuff in there, but if you are not like giving it that much time, if you are not investing time into actually going through the entire place and looking for stuff, you might miss out on some really good loot.
I mean, yeah, that is like one of the things. It all depends on how you want to, accumulate your utilities, your loot, your usage, and your calls as well. As the calls are going to be out there. Rain itself is trying to spot some players and pop some shots, and he
quality राम्रो भयो भने चाहिँ डिले बढी हुँदो रहेछ मैले यसको क्वालिटी बढाइदिएको
TX on the other hand, Team Xtreme kind of looking out their decent gameplay right now in the game, but then they have Hype Squad really close to them. Rising Nepal can take a fight with INES, and if that happens, I would like to see both the teams, Rising Nepal and INES, because they are at the first and the second position. The airdrop has an AUG with a suppressor, AR, and level 3 kit, that is helmet vest and obviously a backpack as well. But if anything, this is also at the edge of the zone, and the zone shrinks in less than 45 seconds. The third zone is going to come, and we are 12 minutes and 50 seconds into the game right now as we are talking, so we'll have to see with the circle shift. This is one thing. See, Rising Nepal is out here.
Hello students,
INES is out there. The players of Rising Nepal are kind of low on health. We'll have to see what happens in the fights. But then 7C Hades takes down DC Since, as we are talking, and would also like to finish him. Does that in an easy way. Hype Squad takes up the fight with Team Xtreme and pops up the head of Kazi. 7C. Once again, this is a famously infamous area for South Asian teams, as this is the fourth time the circle is ending up in this direction.
Yeah, the clips have been the demise of a lot of teams, but now, so 7C, they are waiting for teams to close in and try and come in towards the play zone through that direction so that they can wipe them out already before they actually try and fight. On the other side, once again, the circle right now is like 30% in the water, so you have to be careful, but Team Xtreme engaging in a fight with Nepali Ho Ni are going to drop Reaper out of the game, putting Nepali Ho Ni in a really bad situation. On the other side, Wolves once again in control of those 4 corners, but has been stolen by INES, but the way he is sitting on first. If it works, it works. KS3 goes for Vibes and pops down, and then Vibes Red Eye with that ATM glitch actually goes for KS50 with that Uzi takes down Vibes Zerad. Vibes versus KS, this is happening, and one of the teams can get eliminated if anything. KS50 also pops up Vibes Zerad and just finishes him with that Uzi. That was an incredible thing. And TX goes for Lakhe OP. His health is kind of down right now, but then that won't be the end of it. He will pop up a first aid and like to go for the fight once again. And the plane was moving in forward, but then this is one of the areas where the circle can actually shift for. I mean, DE
is kind of at a safe spot right now, but let's see what happens when the circle actually comes.
Yeah, they have to be careful. They are quite safe because of the compounds they are in, but on the other side, DC was there as well. They can engage upon DC just because DC are quite exposed in the open area, in the open field that they are in. But INES just stealing away that free kill on Reaper. That was just incredible from Badrev. And now Gole is in the crosshairs of Machine, but the shot's not gonna connect this time. KS Miraz is gonna be dropped from the game. Another interesting fight going on over there. But
TDP on top actually took him down, and you know, when TDP comes up for the fight, they go for the fight, and Miraz will be finished easily. No need for grenade right now, but yeah, if you want to, you just want to create panic and havoc, you can go for it, and that grenade is gonna do some damage. It did, but it did not pop him up. I mean, you can go for a kill as well. The SLR coming in handy right now, and then Miraz, the shots are hitting the car, and Miraz is still trying to survive, but then not anymore, as Puffy goes for it and just finishes him in an incredible way. I mean, SLR is a really incredible gun, to be honest. If you know to use it, SLR is Scout's one of his favorite weapons.
Scout can play with anything. The man is a beast.
Yeah, he's an incredible beast, to be honest. There are a few players out there in the India segment, and they play incredibly well. And Scout obviously is one of those players.
Yeah.
And let's talk about one thing. See, we have this WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
And that is known as Chill Zone Apna.
I've heard about it.
And we just, we sit every day. We just talk about good things and good stuff, and just the friendship just rolling all over in those areas. So it's a huge shout out to that group as well. We talked about Scout, and so he's also in that group, so it's a huge shout out to that group, to be honest. But
that sort of brings me up to the topic of mechanical skill. We have talked about for the past couple of days having good game sense, having a good mentality when you're playing competitive, but mechanical skill. Look at this. Once more dying by your own car.
That's kind of bad, but INES, just look at that.
Captain of the INES
team goes to the team of Team Xtreme and Rising Nepal and INES. I think they are heading for a one-on-one fight, and if that happens, that's going to be really bad because their cars were fairly close to each other. Wives Knight takes on Wolves Dictator with that AKM headshot, and Hype Squad, they know that there are people around there. And Alex Reddy takes on INES Tier 7. C Masquerade takes on INES Machine. INES in a bit of a trouble right now as the fights are starting, and a grenade from Team Xtreme takes on Rivals Trigger, and Divine. 2 players down, and Elementrix Mr. Huge who takes down INES here. INES can make an early exit right now.
But look at this. Jyanmaara coming from behind, Rising Nepal right in front of him. Steelix OP is stuck in that bunker. He has nowhere to move, but Rising Nepal, they spot the players from the side of Jyanmaara. This could get intense at any moment on the other side. Lanka is going to get one more player for himself, one more kill going to the man. DC Atom, he is going to engage on Vibes Red Eye, and Vibes Knight was dropped as well. And the second team being eliminated is going to be
first was Rivals X,
T'Challa 1 HP.
And now then T'Challa just the car has been obliterated.
I want to focus on this man.
Yeah, TC Steelix OP, the guy that is just sitting out there because he cannot see. He can wait. JM and RN take a fight. He can wait and he can pop some heads. Vibes gets out there, and it's 13 teams left, 41 people alive. Look at Lucky OP's health. He's really low on HP right now. And 7C is taking a fight with DE. Once again, they just want to fight. They want to end up this fight. And these teams, you see, each and every team has fought with each other. And TC Blind, look at that. 6 times scope coming in handy right now, but then so many shots were taken down, but then they are not stopping. Just one more shot, and Elementrix actually Puman takes him down, and now they have a chance of stealing the kill. Puman takes on DC Atom as well. So he has spotted out 2 players, and INES Badre, the lone survivor from INES, standing out there as Rising Nepal took down all the other kills from INES. And DC Atom, the kill can be stolen, but then TDP, look at this, TDP is also on one side. TDP is ready to take up a fight. They have cars for themselves, they have cars for their covers, but will they be able to take a fight as Jyanmaara and Rising Nepal and Steelix OP as well, just surviving out there. His players are going down by play zone, and he's just sitting out there surviving for his team. He was away from his team.
Yeah, he's just standing there, not even moving, and he is forced to do that because he knows there are players around him. He knows there are 2 teams around him, and by now, I think with the relook from his third-person perspective, he should have spotted the players from the side of TDP as well. TDP, they are just waiting for JM and Rising Nepal to actually engage in combat right now so that they can come in for the third party. They can come in for the backstab, but Sonam from the side of Rising Nepal has taken a lot of damage from Sonam. Sonim with that DP. But now he has to be careful. 3 squads being eliminated right now. We are down to 13 teams. But 38 players in the game. So a lot of teams have lost their comrades this time. Jyanmaara taking control of this entire situation. Rising Nepal were a little bit too slow and Jyanmaara just forced them out. But Rising Nepal once again being the first one to rotate is going to put JM, DC and TDP in a bit of trouble unless JM actually land those long range shots and drop some players from the Rising Nepal squad, opening up basically the entire area and the entire rotation for everyone behind them.
Hype SK49 takes on NHN Lakhe. OP Nepali Ho Ni gets eliminated with that as Hype SK49 gets his kill and Hype the Leon takes down NHN Vcash. Just finishes NHN Gole as well. So Hype has lost it, but KTM Warren has been taken down out here by Elementrix players, if I'm not wrong, as Orange goes up for him. And Jyanmaara Wang trying to spot some players, but then he'll have to lie down as Jokodoku is also low on health and so is JM Wang. Look at on top. On top is going for a flank that no one actually knows right now. Illusions has been taken down and TDP Utsaka has fallen by the hands of JM Gunner. Doku goes down by JM Sonim. Jyanmaara is ready for a fight and they are taking. No one is still finding DC Silix OP in all of these fights. TDP is on top, is the lone survivor who is flanking through water, but can he just find out Silix OP out there? He is rushing. He is rushing. He can spot the players of Jyanmaara and that will be the end of 2 players out there, but no one still spots him. Silix OP is ready for a fight. KTM Rage gets eliminated. His Warhead also goes down. 7C versus DE Rated Sir. 3 versus 1 situation. Going in with the grenades on the panic room and Rated Sir is taking TPP on the upper edge. KS50 takes on Hype SK49. Hype Prototype is also down by 2 M16 shots. Third person down of Hype by Elementrix. That is incredible, but Rated Sir once again low on health was spotted on some other area. Spots FT, but then he also goes down and FT on those 20 HP, 40 HP right now trying to take that fight. And Rising Nepal Sunam's grenade takes down 2 players from TX as well. Look at them, they are just lying out there in the open.
They have to be careful this time around, but once again TDP, they were in trouble. The fact that on top actually got away is going to be their saving grace in this game, but Ray from INES is not going to stack up not going to stop racking up kills for himself. Damn classy being eliminated from this game once again, and Rated Sir, he has to be careful.
Rated Sir, but still he's just trying to save his life as much as he can. The zone is coming. See, with this zone coming, no one is going to go for the overcommitment. I don't think so. They are going to go for the overcommitment. He is safe right now, but for how long, we'll have to see what happens. And that is going to be one of the things as 7C hate is masking again. Arus, 3 players, they are going for grenade once again. The red zone being created, the fake red zone out there on the upper edge, but will that make a difference as Rated Sir is still ready for his opponents? 7C's Masky, Arus and Hades, 3 players, they are ready. See, if Rated Sir just comes out of this house, they'll be ready for it, but still we have some time, 30 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen, 20 more seconds, sorry, for him to come out. If he comes out, 3 players are ready for him. 3 players are ready to take the fight. TDP gets eliminated on 10 positions. We are down to 19 players, but this one player can he pull up a miracle out there. A grenade just comes in, a smoke comes in for 7C. Aruz and Gunner goes down by TX Captain. Kasi also takes on JM Wang. JM Gunner gets eliminated out there, so I think TX is ready for a fight. Team Xtreme is going up to its extremities to take up all the fights in their hands as the team has 7 kills, 2 players remaining. Jyanmaara gets eliminated, but 7C versus D. Look at this.
7C
the zone damage, the 6 circle is going to damage a lot. Takes down Aruz, but still he is safe right now. Can he pop up first hit? Will he be able to do it? But I think he's going to take a kill in his hand, and he goes down by the demise of the zone. Incredible gameplay by this guy. He does not give up his skill, and Maske White has also fallen short by Elementrix. Shakar Elementrix, who wants to make a desperate comeback right now, has 6 kills, all 4 players intact. Can they pull off a miracle right now? That's going to be an important one.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be an important factor, but Poo man cooking up that nade. Could he take down the kill from KS50? He was quite low, heals up to 75% health, but the nade is going to overshoot and not going to do anything. Once again, this is a little bit too far away, buddy. On the other side, Shakar with that M4 is going to try and catch Badrev off guard. The shots being missed, but he spots out the players from the side of Rising Nepal, and now he's trying to flick between the 2 teams at the same time. Elementrix, they were the first one to rotate in the circle. If he's right next to them, Dalion is right next to them. Mr. Yozu drops to 50% health. He has to be safe. They have cars in front of them. 2 of them have been blown up, but the third one is still alive and could actually be the cause for their demise. But once again, 7C Hades all alone, KSFT all alone, Dalion all alone. And these 3 solo players are right in the crosshairs of Elementrix. Orange, he is looking to be be a little bit adventurous, but that is going to be risky business for himself. On the other side, Rising Nepal, they spot out a player with a third-person perspective from that small window, but not going to have the opportunity to actually land some shots on that guy. On the other side, Badrev is going to be spotted as well and coming out of the shed. The contact being made and Pupuman is going to get the kill on INES Badrev.
From one circle edge to the other circle.
Rising Nepal, they were right there.
He stretched up the whole diameter to take the circle. That was incredible. Like, he can spot players out there, but the Dalian is right in front of him and he's not spotting him. What kind of sorcery is this? And I think Shagar has spotted one more player that is in first. And Sonam, can he take up a shot? One shot is going to mean a lot out there as it does a lot of damage. And he actually does some damage onto him, but still he will stay safe. Mr. Hyozu is trying to spot some players on his left as Ifti is out there. Grenades are coming in handy. They can spot some players, but they are not spotting some players. After this, the best thing is the zone is on them. The zone is on Elementrix's squad. And Team Xtreme gets eliminated. 5 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Team 7 solo. Surviving solo for the team right now. We'll have to see as Elementrix is good with 4 players.
Okay, Elementrix whole squad so 5 teams 9 jana alive. Hype का team ल्याउन मात्र बाँकी. RN को 2 जना. 7C को 1 जना.
Will Elementrix be their demise or will Rising Nepal get into the zone? As Sonam has been spotted.
Team Elementrix got the zone.
4 shots, 26 bullets, 23 bullets, 21 bullets, spots out one player and Shagar takes him down. One final player in first left. If in first goes down, it will be a 4v1v1v1 for them.
Yeah.
It will be an easier task for them. They have spotted each and every one. 7C Hades is solo. Hyptalion is solo. KS Ifti is solo. In first is bleeding outside the circle, trying to find a perfect way to heal battle if he can. Can he actually make up to that heal battle? No, he cannot. Falls out of the play zone. That is the end of Rising Nepal, ladies and gentlemen. 4 teams remaining. 4v1v1v1 situation. Hyptalion is solo. KS Ifti is solo. 7C Hades is solo. And 4 players reigning terror are from Elementrix. What's going to happen is KS Ifti drops down. This is a 4v1v1. Yeah, 4v1, 6 people alive. And look at Elementrix going on one side. Have spotted 7C Hades. Will Shagar go for it? Elementrix is looking really, really good. But Mr. Yuzu falls down by him, by Hyptalion. And Puman has also been spotted. Hyptalion
okay, 1v2.
Right now, he's taking the fight. But
the Elementrix with a chicken
gets eliminated on the second. A good comeback. But talking about comebacks, Elementrix.
Yeah. 12 kills. Chicken dinner and 12 kills coming in for the team. But once again, okay, they went for a 2-2 split. And you remember during the group stages, the last time they tried this, they got wiped out and it costed them the chicken dinner. And this time when Hyptalion actually dropped Mr. Yuzu, I thought it was going to happen the same. Because the damage, Hyptalion did not take any damage while fighting Mr. Yuzu. So that was an even 1v1. But on the other side, as soon as the other players dropped Ifti, that was going to be it. And Dalion once again being taken out. Elementrix stepping up big time. They have to do this consistently again in the next 3 games if they want to prove that they are the same team that played during the fall in the South Asia region. They are the same team that actually contested teams like teams from India like Entity Gaming, Soul, Fnatic, and all those big names. They have to prove that once again because this time not looking the same.
Yep. This was a game for comebacks for too many teams. I mean, Hype, they had a decent run and they just came back out of it. There was a time when Gurkha and Prototype and all of them, they just got eliminated on a 12th position mark. If the final player of Hype, he would not, Dalian, if he would not have taken his team to this level, the team would have gotten eliminated at 12th position. There was a time when KS would have gotten eliminated on 7th position, but if he was still surviving out in that location, 7C would have been eliminated at 6th or 7th position, but still Hades was just sitting out there. Fights were happening. Pupuman was spotting players from here to there, but he could not spot the players that were right in front of him.
That was actually pretty funny, and they were constantly nading the exact same spot. I mean, you threw like 4 nades there. If you are still not getting a name in the kill feed, that means the person is not there. He has moved away. Like, try a different location for once. And once again, we were having a conversation about having those good mechanical skills to yourselves. And we have sort of sometimes seen those mechanical misplays because the game sense, that is on point. But sometimes being a little bit slow with your reactions, being not able to flick exactly on point and on the targets can actually cost you some team fights. Like in the last fight as well, Mr. Yozo versus Hyptalion, a little bit slower on the reactions, causing Mr. Yozo to drop down. Yeah, in the end, it did not matter because Pupuman was right behind him and the trade-off came off instantly. But you have to be careful because had Pupuman also gone down, what then? you're just left with 2v2 situation.
Yeah, I mean those are some of the things that actually happen sometimes. But then Hype was ready for a comeback, Elementrix was ready for a comeback, and just like you said, they'll have to do the same in the upcoming games as well, because if they have that curse right now that they are in 17 to 24 position. If they have to just step up their game, they'll have to get up. If not anything, if they come up in the top 16 by the end of the day, which I think they will just by this game only, but if they just, you know, make up a good comeback and they just make up their mark, then all the other teams that they're going to fight tomorrow, or the teams that are going to fight day after tomorrow with them, they'll be kind of, you know, worried that what if this team can do an incredible comeback, what if we just lose a game, we just lose a fight among them. That's going to be, you know,
exactly, that's what I was about to say, because there will come a point when you will run out of your games and you will be done with your games, and after that all you're left with is just to sit and watch if the other teams mess up, if the teams below mess up and they lose points. And you should never put yourself in a situation wherein you're relying on others to make mistakes for you to actually stay in the top 16. Elementrix, this one was really well played, but once again, focus on the next game and repeat the same sort of performance that you had in this one. And talking about performances, let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see who was the player who put up an amazing performance from the side of Elementrix. It was Elementrix Poo Man coming in with 4 kills, 332 damage, 9 kilometers distance traveled, and 24 minutes survival time.
I mean, he covered a lot of distance, and that distance was covered by his bullets as well. From one edge of the circle to the other edge of the circle.
That was hilarious.
INES players. That was incredible. And yeah, they're dropping location from the dropping to go into all the area all around the circle, and then as the zone was ending along those areas, the shore side, and then one person that actually survived was DC Steel Sophie as well. That
we'll
have to, I mean, let's see where DC actually ended. Let's go for the game standing and let's see where DC also ended, where all the teams just ended with their points and all, as 32 points were there for Elementrix, 12 kills in their hands, 6 by Team Hype with those 20 points. They are sitting on second. Team 7CO with 16 points on third. Team Xtreme, they had good kill numbers. See, 7 kills, and if they would have, you know, taken up the more and more fight, they would have gone to a big number as well. But right now they're on fourth. Rising Nepal on KSX, another team that has done a comeback right now.
Yeah, Rising Nepal also stepping up big time after the unfortunate day of yesterday, and KSX as well. Once again, KSX, you need to be consistent, because earning 11 points per game is actually a good thing. 11 points per game can actually make you in the top 16, but you have to be consistent with that. You can't let go of anything and let lose in one single game. KSX is that close to being not making it into the finals. But moving on, Deadeyes Guy is coming in with the 7th position with 10 points, and Jyanmaara 8th with 7 points.
So far this is what it is, and then from the 9 to 16 points, I mean, INES falling a bit short this time. I mean, Rising Nepal has done good, and INES has also done good, but now it's a fight for the first position overall. We'll have to see what actually happens.
Once again, damn classy. Talking about damn classy, Steel XOP was from this team. DC 10th position with 3 points. KTM Rage are going to be 11th with 3 points as well. Nepali Ho Ni is going to be 12th with 3 points. Trusty Process, they are going to be 13th with 3 points to their name. Vibes is going to be 14th with 2 points. Wolves Den, they are going to be 15th with 2 points. And Rivals X, they are going to be 16th with just 1 point for themselves. The first team to be eliminated, Rivals X. It's always unfortunate to be the first one to leave the game, because then you are just forced to basically turn to the screen and see what the other teams are doing.
I mean, yeah, but then let's actually go to the top 5 players as well, as you are talking as one of the players that's going to be standing out in all those is going to be, obviously, Rising Nepal. They always make up a mark. They always leave up a mark, and 4 kills from Sonam, 588 damage and 2 headshots, 50% accuracy seems really good. And Hype Leon, once again making up a mark. This kills, if I'm not wrong, and out of those 6, 4 is by this one. 488 and Elementrix Poo Man, as we talk about the game MVP. Elementrix Shagar once again making up an appearance from Elementrix's side. 806 damage. The damage amount that this guy has done, that's incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible. But talking about the 5th man, it's going to be KS's Ifti, the man who actually survived in the top 3 with 3 kills, 66 damage and 1 headshot for himself.
I mean, yeah, this has been good, and KS making up a mark in today's games, that seems like a good thing.
Yeah, that actually seems like a good thing, and that in fact is a good thing for their team, because KS Axe sitting at that last spot, they are in a lot of trouble right now unless they actually start performing and start slowly and steadily moving up that ladder. Still have 3 more games for today, and we have 2 more days to go after
But
today. But let's have a look at Elementrix versus Hype Squad and see a head-to-head between these two teams and see how they did in the last game and how they are doing. Because it is going to be interesting. Once again, Elementrix, they are in a similar situation. Elementrix, Hype, both not like standing up to them.
I have talked about
and looking at the stats, Elementrix with 12 kills, Hype with 6 kills to themselves, damage 1759 to 1200, healing done 158 to 119, distance traveled 30 kilometers for both these teams, headshots 5 to 1. That is a massive difference, but the kills are double as well.
That's considering the kills are double and the headshot amount is a lot, and out of those 2 headshots were taken by Pubu Man himself, and so that seems like a good thing. And overall, I mean, Elementrix have the advantage that the 4 people were remaining, and Hype had that one disadvantage that just one person, Dalion, was remaining, or rest 3 actually were trying to take the fights, but then they were falling apart, falling really short, and that was one of the things that actually changed each and everything for the game. And if anything, I think we can go for the overall standings as well. We'll try to see what overall after the first game. See, till yesterday, each and every team had 8 matches played. Now it's going to be 9 matches for some teams, as we are talking as Rising Nepal X. Still 2 chicken dinners, but 124 for INES, 9-point difference here. INES can actually go for it if they want to go for a Team Xtreme, making up a mark, and still slowly climbing up the ladder. 114. PN Gaming not playing today. Not playing today. 97 Gladiators. They are out there. Deadeyes Guy is out there with 9 points for them, but at 7th, and Team 7C making up their mark on the 8th.
Yeah, 7C put up an amazing performance in this game as well. But moving on to the next state, 9 to 16 team. Hype is going to be on the 9th with 89 points. Jyanmaara, they are going to be 10th with 83 points. Trust Deep Process, they are going to be 11th with 82 points. Nepali Ho Ni, 12th with 78 points. Rivals X, 13th with 76 points. Elementrix, 14th with 73 points. Team T2K, they are going to be 15th with 63 points. And Damn Classy, they are going to be 16th with 58 points to their name. So once again, teams in the second table, second, third of the table, only one team is there with 8 games played. It is T2K, who are not going to be playing today. But moving on to the next 8 and seeing the bottom 8, it is going to be Salty Squad on the 17th with 58 points, Wolves Den 18th with 57 points, Ultimate Bang 19th with 50 points, KTM Rage on the 20th with 49 points, Vibes, they are going to be 21st with 46 points, Team Pyro, they are going to be second with 43 points, KS Axe is going to be 23rd with 35 points, and A1 Esports 24th with 30 points. So KS Axe, they just moved up 1 slot.
And they have a chance to move up to the other slot.
Yeah, waiting time out and they had
a good run, but in the first game, like good as in comparison to the other runs, it was pretty decent.
Yes.
This game. That actually shows that they have the capability and they would like to go for those capability points as well.
Definitely getting a chicken dinner is gonna show everyone that you are gonna be trying your
hardest. Guys, be ready. I'm ready. Waiting time.
The next game is gonna be on Sanhok. It is gonna happen after the break.
Yes, आज मिरामर पनि हुन सक्ने सम्भावना थियो भन्दै थियो अहिले सुरुमा. Okay, let's go. मुला धन्दा मैले आज पनि यसमै हान्दै यार.
हिजो टाइमर खाए हैन
हिजो झुकेर मैले त्यसमा पो हान्दिराए के ल गाइज च्यानल चाहिँ यही हो हैन गर लाइक सब्स्क्राइब सबै गरिदेऊ ल
न बुस्टर हान्छ 10 बजे
देख्यो नि खै त गाइज गो 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 हामी जुम का जुम हेर
ब्रो त जुम के यहाँबाट कभर दे
4 जना
काजी
5 जना
के गर्छौ
अरे मागाडा पनि छ 6 जना ओके आज चाहिँ जो हिजो गर्दा धेरै भएछ नै ओके थ्यांक यू यसरी हो गाइस 65 जना अझै छ भने जाम न हो जाम
अरे आउ न भाइ उसको रिवाइभको
अप्सन आउ वाउ काजी
ए जाऊ न हो गाइस जार गरे रेड मात्र हैन के उस मात्र
अबे यार
गरे सब्स्क्राइब पनि गर्दिनु सब्स्क्राइब लाइक सबै गर्दिनु यो त ओन्ली वान है त्यहाँ हेर यहाँ हेर है यहाँ हेर
Inspired gaming हो
ब्राउज गरिरहेको छ वान ह्यान्डले खेल्छ उ
गरेर त नम्बर मलाई माथि काट्न जान्दैछ
अरे माकाडा टोपी
माकाडा टोपी
हेर यार पीएमसी प्लेयरले गरेर जिजेन देखेछ गाइज यार
मलाई अब
ओ 62 जना छ म यता होइन के गाइज जाम न हो जाम त्यता गएर रेड लेख्नुको साथै पनि बरु सब्स्क्राइब गरेर आइदेऊ
केही नि हुन्न बे रोली स्मोक हान्दै
फेरि ब्रोले पनि जिजियनको हो भन्ला हो
बुले
पनि गरेर सब्स्क्राइब हानेछ नि त एक हातले खेल्छ कि उसो
Maka Ducks Super 28 $2. Thank you so much, bro. #Makados in the chat. Oh, GG Nepal Red. GGN, sorry. GGN Red. Thank you so much, GGN, bro. Everyone, guys, welcome to the stream. Everyone, welcome to the stream.
जिजी नेपाल भनेर सरी जिजियन रे सरी का हो गाइस ओ जाऊ न हो गाइस जाऊ
GGN Red, GGN. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the stream, all of you.
भाइ भाइ
काजला नि फिनिश है
फर्केर आऊ हो क्या
अब गाइस अब हामी खेल्ने
फर्केर आऊ
यसलाई रेड हान्दिम क्या अफिसियल च्यानललाई यो मलाई वाइफीको काम छैन हो
म फर्के
अरे कमेन्ट पढ्न पो रमाइलो हुँदो रहेछ
अफिसियलको
ल यहाँ पनि उस रहेछ बट पुगिसकेछ यस्तो अरे फ्री ऱ्याङ्क पुस रे गाइज यहाँ हेर बङ्गालीको 87 वाचिङ हुँदो रहेछ यार मलाई नेपालीकोलाई दिनु नि हो यतिको गर्न
4K लाई रेट हान्देऊ न
अरे भाइ त्यस्तो हुँदैन हो दाइ के टेन्सन भयो भने किन के टेन्सन भयो कस्तो भयो जान्न ब्रो मुला लाखे के जान्थ्यौ त नि तिमी Oh, thank you, Magados, for the raid. No problem, no problem. आज चाहिँ जे हिजो भन्दा राम्रो भयो रेड मैले उसलाई चाहिँ पहिला पनि गरेको थिएँ हैन त्यतिखेर त अझै स्ट्रिम हल्का डिले भएको बेलामा थियो क्या PUBG अकाउन्ट फर सेल कुसुम राई मेरो पनि अकाउन्ट बेच्ने हो इफ यु वान्ट हरेक सिजन गोल्ड पुगेको छ हैन अनि स्कुल सुजहरु छ if you want to buy contact me है त्यति भन्दै पहिला यो आज यार सधैँको कार्यक्रम गर्ने पाइएन के फाइनल जोनतिरको यो हेर्नु भनेको यार
trying to find a perfect way to heal battle if he can he actually make up to that heal battle no he cannot falls out of the play zone that is the end
हैन के यस्तो हो के रेड गर्ने भनेको अरुको च्यानल लाइक ग्रोइङ च्यानल जसको चाहिँ थोरै पुश हुन्छ के थोरै भ्युअर्स हुन्छ उनीहरुलाई सपोर्ट गर्नुको लागि कहाँ यार आफू भन्दा धेरै आउनेको भ्युअर्स आउनेको गरेर त्यो उस गरे भने त हल्का जिस्के जस्तो हुन्छ
Yeah, 4v1 6 people alive, and look at Elementrix going on one side. Have spotted 7C Hades. Will Shagar go for it? Elementrix is looking really good, but Mr. Yuzu falls down by him, by Hyptalion, and Kuman has also been spotted. Hyptalion is going solo right now. He's taking the fight, but match gets ended as Team Xtreme gets eliminated on the second. A good comeback.
News channel live match
Elementrix.
12 kills. Chicken dinner and 12 kills coming in for the team. Once again, okay, they went for a 2-2 split, and you remember during the group stages, the last time they tried this, they got.
If they would have taken up the more and more fight, they would have taken.
यिनीहरुले पोस्ट उस पनि गरेको थियो हैन
with 7 points.
मैले अघि हेर्नै पाएन म ट्याक्क उता सर्च गर्न
Then you are
गएको
just forced to like basically turn to the stream, because KSX sitting at that last spot.
Like a good thing, and overall
Overall
making up a mark
stream,
and still slowly climbing up the ladder. 114. PN Gaming not playing today, but still has a 113-point mark for them.
D र 7C को almost same हुँदै थियो.
Gladiators not playing today. Still,
Okay, Gladiatorलाई चाहिँ टप गर्न सक्छौँ नि
Deadeyes Guy
हैन.
with
They got
9
9
points
games.
for them, but
के
at 7
गर्यो?
Team 7C making up their mark on the 8th.
Yeah, 7C put up an amazing performance
bhai,
in this game as well. But
के गरे
moving
हो
on to the
कुकुरलाई?
next 8, 9 to 16. On the 9th with 89 points. Jyanmaara, they are going to be 10th with 83 points. Trust Deep Process, they are going to be 11th with 82 points.
Elementrix
with 78 points. Rivals X 13th with 76 points. Elementrix 14th with 73 points. Team T2K, they are going to be 15th with 63 points. And Damn Classy, they are going to be 16th with 58 points to their name. So once again, teams in the second half of the table, second, third of the table, only one team is there with 8 games played. It is T2K, who are not going to be playing today. But moving on to the next 8 and seeing the bottom 8, it is going to be Salty Squad on the 17th with 58 points, Wolves Den 18th with 57 points, Ultimate Bang 19th with 50 points.
KS को हेर न यार 9 गेम खेलेर पनि उनीहरु यो 8 गेमहरु खेलेको भन्दा मुनि के
with 46 points. Team Pyro, they are going to be 26th
उनीहरु
with
र
43 points.
A1 त आज
KSX
खेलेको
is
छैन
gonna
हैन.
be 23rd with 35 points, and A1 Esports 24th with 30 points. So KSX, they just moved up one slot.
And they have a chance to move up to the other slots as well if they play their cards right. I mean, they had.
कहाँ मजाक चलिरहेछ यो उस गरिराखेकोलाई कहाँ रेडहरु बेकार यो रेड भन्ने कुरा त्यो हावामा उस गर्न नि हुँदैन क्या वाच पार्टी गरिराखेकोलाई कहाँ आफूलाई रेड मान्ने हो भने ओके अनि केटाहरूले गरेर रेड गरिदियो भने यो हो Love from Fokker. Thank you, Battle Kusul. अरे होइन होला यार ल गाइज यु किडिङ अरे भाइ यो वाच पार्टी पनि रेड हान्दिन ल एनिवेज थ्याङ्क यू फोके ब्रदर फर द रेड ल गाइज होइन सोझो नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ लाइक सब्सक्राइब पनि हानिदिनु होला हामी पनि सँगै वाच पार्टी हानिरहेको अरे यार वाच पार्टीमा रेड हान्दैन ल तरिका हो एनिवेज गाइज केही छैन ल थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फोके ब्रदर फर द रेड होइन गाइज अब चाहिँ मैले पनि निकाल्नु पर्छ क्या फोके काट्न भनेर फोके काट्नु भनेर यसमा निकाल्नु पर्छ क्या अब ल गाइज इफ यु आर न्यू टु द च्यानल होइन प्लिज डु सब्सक्राइब हामी पनि सँगै मिलेर यहाँ वाच पार्टी गरिरहेको हो लाइक सब्सक्राइब चाहिँ हान्नु नबिर्सिनु गाइस र यहाँ म्याच पनि स्टार्ट हुन लागेको छ है अरे केटाहरू यार मजाक गर्छन् यार
Yeah, exactly. The intensity is gonna be there. Sanhok is known for one thing, and that is a slow start. Snakes are out there. I mean, the snakes bite you a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot of greenery and.
This is our पहिला subscription. त्यही भएर मैले नयाँ हुनेहरूलाई भने
And
you guys are
color
new.
olive green is also there.
Yeah, that is there, but I don't like it when my color starts shooting at me, so I don't like it.
के भन्छ
Okay, your color starts shooting at you.
That happens in
Thank you, Lava Gaming Wizard, and thank you, Take Solutions, for subscribing.
Beautiful grass and
Tinta bike
Thank you, Foke brother.
Look at this beautiful grass, and the grass glows like.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah, that is Sanhok. That is Sanhok in a nutshell. Because sometimes even without a ghillie suit, it gets hard to score people when they're hiding behind a rock, just staying there, so patient, so steady. Like you can shoot an episode of I don't know.
अरे मागाडक्स ब्रदर हैन होला बे
based on a player lying in Sanhok.
उले गर उता रेड हान भने
They
के हो
snakes and all that you can shoot some show of snakes or something like
Thank you,
this
Vijay brother, for
creature is
subscribing.
a really good creature. He likes to stay calm. He likes to stay sharp. But when he sees his opponent, he wants to eat him out. And then there's a green crate out there with the green smoke popping up, and it's like, see, he had his meal. That's a chicken dinner.
Yeah. Ooh, that is definitely going to be a chicken
Wah,
dinner.
Sachinले
But
पनि
talking
गएर
about other places other
red,
than snakes, there
GG
are
नेपाल
huge
भन्दै लिएछ
combats on boot
सचिनले।
camp.
Hey,
Paradise
Tavar.
Resort can be a highly contested area, but sometimes it's just going to be one team lying there. So in the same map, in the
Was
same
fighting
group,
on
there are
regular
these
basis.
wherein in one spot, teams are actually contesting the hot drops like you do. On the other one, teams are not contesting the hot drop, and based on that sort of a psychology, sometimes you see Paradise Resort left
Okay,
all
gamingले
alone.
हिजो रेड
No
हान्न
teams
लागेको
landed
थियो लिंक पनि
sometimes.
हाल्नु
It's all
राख्नु भएको
mental
थियो
strategy.
ठ्याक्कै अफ
Sometimes
भएको थियो हिजो रे
teams
ए
are
म
like,
पनि
it's all
वाच
mental
पार्टीको लागि
strategy.
मात्र आएको
Sometimes
थियो नि त
like,
त्यही भएर
if
वाच पार्टी
let's
सकेपछि
go to
हामी पनि एकचोटि रेड
Paradise,
हाने जस्तो
and
गरेर
three
अनि
more
निस्केको
teams are
हो नि
like,
त
let's go to Paradise. No one is
Kusum
coming here.
Rai, I think no
All
one
four
is
teams
gonna
are
buy
thinking, let's go to
your
Paradise. No one is
PUBG
coming there.
account.
And then there is a second match in which they are like, everyone might come to Paradise, so let's just not go to Paradise, and then the Paradise is left alone. It's all that
50,000.
mental balance strategy of how you want to strategize your gameplay, because in this game,
4,000
it's all
raid,
about the game of chance in the fact you might find your favorite gun on initial drop, or you might not. You might find a good first aid, and
काम
someone
नगरी भयो
shoots
यार
at you and
मैले
you get to use that first aid in the initial movement as well. I mean,
माकाडकलाई
these kind
पैसा
of
देऊ रे।
small things
त्यही
make
भएर
up a
त्यही भएर
big
काम नगरी
difference
भएको
when
छैन
you are actually,
अहिले।
from landing, looting, rushing, and survival, all those four pillars of the
कुसुम
game.
राई है अब
होइन,
लास्ट
त्यसले-
चोटि भन्छु
त्यसले
होइन
लिएको हो।
And also at this big
कुसुम
stage,
राई
like
म
when
लास्ट चोटि भन्छु
कस्तो रे
ल
मम्मी जबरजस्तीले भन्यो क्या थरी बेले यसकै गर्नु त मैले।
छैन छैन जान लागेको छैन हौ भर्खर म्याच स्टार्ट भइरहेछ कहाँ कुसुम राई
Yeah,
लास्ट
teams
वार्निङ
are
ल
definitely trying for
तिम्रो
it,
आई
as
थिङ्क
we have been
एकाउन्ट
seeing
कसैले पनि
since the
किन्दैन
group
होला
stages,
त्यही माथि
since the starting of the semi-final
पुरा
stages.
स्प्याम
But
भइरहेको
now,
छ होइन
today, once again, talking about the things, the four pillars of the game that you mentioned, that sort of separate the best players, the best of the best from the rest. Because dealing with those RNGs, dealing with
अनि
those
slower
unfortunate
not fully
situations,
kind of.
if you are able to do that consistently,
Well,
Thank you
you
so
are
much
gonna keep on
for
climbing.
One thing
the
I want
no
to
problem
always
for
ask,
gaming
what
no
plane is
problem.
Gole on?
मलाई
Like,
भन्दा
he
नि
always is
भिउयर्सहरूलाई
flying
थ्याङ्क यू
like
भन्नु
far, far away from all the
Because
players.
they
Like,
are
what is
the
that-
one
that second
who
plane or
rated
something.
it.
But to be honest, we are in the game.
मैले त
range
जाम
11,
भने मात्र हो,
and
उहाँहरू चाहिँ
the
गएर
plane
सपोर्ट
path,
राखिदिनु
it
So
has
please
camp
thank
out
them.
there. See,
Yeah.
it starts from the north side of Kampong, like Lakavi is out there, and then you can go to Camp Bravo,
Oh,
Paradise,
please,
as we talked
Magar
about. Camp, there
do,
might be some players.
please,
Pine,
Magar,
there
do
are
not.
there are sometimes at least 2 teams dropping on Pine and Ruins. No one's gonna go to draw dogs out there, but Camp Charlie, Sahami. If players want to go to those areas, they can.
Anyways, guys, match
Yeah.
start भइसक्यो होइन
Prefer it, because sometimes
सानोको म्याच
southern
लेट्स
areas,
उसको
southern
कट आउट
locations are the ones
उयो
that
के
are left
एस
out,
र एलिमेन्ट्रिक्स हल्का
and
नजिक नजिकै
teams don't usually go to those drops.
Yeah, teams don't usually go to those places, but look at this. TX just like spreading out along the bank on the eastern side of the map, taking control of Camp Bravo from themselves. But Sanhok, initial engagement coming in from the side of Rising Nepal, and INES
नेपालमा पनि
is
यस्तो
going to
केटीहरू
be
छन्
taken
कि
out
होइन
of the game within the first 2 minutes. Oh boy.
The team that is first and the team
Like
that
उनीहरूले
is
चाहिँ
second,
होइन
they are fighting
लाइक
for
द्याट
it. It
काइन्ड
shows out
राम्रोसँग
there
बन
that teams
गर्छ
actually
बोल्छ
want
होइन
those
मलाई
fights
एउटाले
and they
गरेको
want those
थियो
points.
खुसी दिन्छु कि
Doesn't
दिन्छ
matter if you're
गिद्दिज
first
एप्स
or
गरेर
second,
होइन
you will be
अनि
targeted
पछि
out in those
होइन
areas
मलाई
if the
चाहिँदैन
fight is
चाहिँदैन
happening.
भनेर
If you have the
गिद्दिज एप्स
chance, your
गर्दा ल ल
opponent
ल
or
बाबा
you
ल भनेर
can
अनि मैले
go
फेसबुकमा
down
उस
with all
गरेँ
those initial
मलाई
fights,
म्यासेज
and we'll
गर्दा
have to
त्यो
see what
स्प्याम
happens.
लिङ्क
Same we'll
पठाउँछ
see
कि
on the
मलाई
line, kind of outside the circle. We'll
अनि
have to
मैले
see
त्यसलाई अनि पुरा
how the
भनेको
fights
होइन
take place
त्यो
and
उल्लु
how it
सम्झ्यो कि
all
यताउता भनेर
happens.
अनि झन् राम्रोसँग बोल्दा बोल्दा के
Yeah,
गरेको
we
पुरै
have to
यस्तो
see that,
भनेर
and we have
भनेको
to
त
see
पुरा
how
मलाई मुख
that, how
थर्केर
teams
आएको
are gonna plan to move on to the later stages. But now
के
TDP
भन्नु
on
र।
our screens right now have taken control of the cow location, and
ओकेको
that is
लाइभ
a-
हेरेर
that is a really
रियाक्सन
nice
गरेर
place.
सन्दीप ब्रदर
Lots of coverage, lots
reaction
of
म
hearts are there to protect
I am
you. But on the
planning
other
है,
side,
reaction
talking
video
about
चाहिँ
INES have
गर्ने
already
कि
lost
जस्तो
here
सोचमा
in
छ
this
तर त्यो
game
चाहिँ पछि
and are sitting at a
अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ हामी
disadvantage,
वाच
being
पार्टी हेर्ने
engaged upon by KTM Akshay
KTM
with
र
that
INES को चाहिँ पर्ला जस्तो
QBC in
छ
his hands. Could actually wreak and do a lot of damage to these players. So
त्यही भएर
Brave,
त अनि
you have
पछि
to
गरौँ
be
ल
careful
भनेर
just proning in that small sort
I
of
mean,
lookout.
Yeah, but INES is having a bad day. Rising Nepal, see, they
ओके
just
केटिएमहरु
came
आज
to
वेयर हाउसमा
boot camp
आएको
later on.
Yeah.
KTM is right in front of them, and INES has a drop of boot camp, but they contested it, took down one player, that was Tier, and they sort of managed to force Team INES from boot camp. That is a brilliant strategy by Rising Nepal. Shows their domination, shows their courage. Akshay was dropped low. He has a full medkit. Will like to exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
If you have a full medkit and you need to use it, you can actually.
अरे अर्पणा लामा हैन
second time it's gonna happen as Bhatrade.
मलाई झन् तिमीहरूलाई उस होस् स्क्याम गर्ने मान्छेहरू धेरै छन् र सर्त गराए ल
The pressure is on KTM's side, but
के
INES
भन्नु
Bhatrade
के
also goes
भन्नु
down in the fight. INES is left out for 2 men as Bhatrade is slowly and steadily bleeding out. Evil Eye was going for a move, will have to come back so that he can give adequate cover to Machine as well, as Machine will go for a revive, and Akshay
प्लस
is
त्यो
still
अफिसियल
safe
लिंक पनि
right
हेर्न
now.
मिल्छ है
He
गाइस
is, bleeding out, but is
त्यसैले
still
अर्पण
kind of
लामा
safe.
हैन
If Warhead
PUBG
finds him,
Mobile
it will
esports
be an
भन्नेमा
easy revive. If it
लाइभ
does not,
भइरहेको छ
then obviously
प्लस डिले पनि
someone is
हुँदैन हामी
getting
बोलेको
them
पनि सुन्नु
Yeah,
पर्दैन
they are
so please
definitely going to be in trouble, but once again, Evil
त्यही
Eye
गरेर
covering
हेर्नु
his teammates'
सक्नु
backs
हुन्छ
because DC is in
ए
close
मलाई अरु फेस क्याम
proximity to
स्प्याम
these
नहाने
players
यार
as
म
well.
गर्दैन
On the
हैन
other side, KTM,
Garden
Warhead,
and
and Ramos, they have the high
No,
ground.
very
Ramos
nice,
goes in for the revive on Akshay Bhadrave.
Yeah,
Is going to
yaar.
revive himself, and Suraj once again joining his teammates in this duel between KTM and INES. Machine is there as well. 3-man versus 4-man. It is going to be a hard time for INES. Disengaging from this fight would actually be pretty convenient for these guys. But on the side, Evil Eye, he is quite far behind. So regrouping with his teammate is going to be the first priority for that man. Once again, Bhadrave trying to find a position, trying to find a place from where he can spot out the players from the side of KTM. Has to be careful because the last time he made the mistake of not having his back covered was when he got dropped. Does not have any first aid, has 5 bandages though. So once again, the healing ability could actually be really, really important. Because even if Bhadrave trades damage or gets knocked down, once again, if you are not full health,
यस्तो भयो के
it's going to be hard.
स्क्याम गर्नुहुन्थ्यो तर क्यामेराले मेरो फेसै ढाक्दैन कसै गर्दैन के मोटो भएपछि हैन क्यामेरा त्यो
machine
त्यो
he has a
360 क्यामेरा
first
चाहिन्छ
aid kit that could actually come into play and change this entire situation, but that for that you have to
क्यामेरा
be careful
बनेपछि
about it
100% गाइस
and, basically predict as to how the
मसँग एउटा 360 एउटा 360 क्यामेरा छन त छ हैन तर त्यो चाहिँ यहाँ कनेक्ट गरेर
but DC
उसको
are
गर्न
gonna
मिल्दैन
abandon this paradise resort
Like,
area because they are done looting over here and are gonna get
इसमा
out of
कनेक्ट
here
गर्न
and make
मिल्दैन
the
भनौँ
next
न
rotation.
I mean, yeah, that's what the game is all about. You need to be on the move each and every time. On the move from your opponents, on the move from the circle as well, and on the move if you have good amount of guns. And that's
INES को अगाडि
but Brave, as you said, he has
माथि एउटा KTM ले
he's ready for another fight. And talking about fights, this is one gun that is really, really useful in the areas like Sanhok. I mean, AUG. It has a good fire rate. It can go blasting when it's close corners, the covered out areas, and the final circles and all. And so is one gun that is.
Bakur Ray, brother, I am from Nepal.
Oh, Cobra sir gets the previous game is still ready for another fight, and Bhadrave is also low on health. INES is being targeted from each and every direction. See, they are not having a good day right now in the matter that each and every team is ready for a fight, and when they are going for a fight, the only team that they are finding is INES from each and every direction. We'll have to see what happens as DC Silix OP is trying to spot the second player if he can. If it's Machine, I think if Machine also goes down, then it won't be a chance for INES's players to revive both the players that are down right now, as DC is ready for a fight, and I think they will just barge in as Bhadrave, he is still on 75% health. Yeah,
they do not, I don't think they have spotted where Bhadrave is and do not know as to how healthy he is, how much health he has lost on himself. So, paying respect to the team that is second in the overall standings, that is pretty commendable. But in this side, KTM, the team that was preparing a backstab for the players from INES, they are going to get backstabbed themselves by Jyanmaara, and the players are being treated back. Sonim is going to drop Warhead, but for how long can JM sustain this fight? Because players from both squads were dropping like crazy, and T'Challa is going to go in on Ramos once again. T'Challa is going to get dropped, once again, the players being traded. But
that is going to be one bad thing for Jyanmaara right now. As Jyanmaara started the fight, they initiated it, but the other ones just got a revive. But Sincere is really, really close to them. The snaking coming in handy right now. Still looks open and good and adequate and good cover, but Sincere is moving forward. Can he spot out a player? As Machine is also out there, and so is Evil Eye. These two players out there. If you guys know, this is what Sanhok is
यस्तो हुन पर्छ के DC को लास्ट गाइले चाहिँ INS तिर नेड हान्ने INS DC लाई फिनिश गर्ने अनि DC को नेडमा चाहिँ INS फिनिश भयो नि कडा हुन्छ
Elementrix is kind of in a bit of a trouble, and Elementrix is a team that won the previous game, right? So
अरे सन्दीप सर मेसेज डिलिट नहान्दिन
up for this start, and Orange will also go down. See, this is the thing that I was talking about. They won the previous game. They do not want this start. Shagar and Pupuman are two players.
अनि कोब्रा सर के छ हो हाल
players. He is extremely good with long ranges, but can he
Free
make
Fire
the
कस्तो
maximize,
चल्दैछ
output out of his shots? That's going to be one of the things as Wolves are becoming vultures as they are just, eating out the crates.
And Shagar with that M24.
Okay, DC को sincerely Evil Eye down.
Are sort of the top fraggers from the team, but Evil Eye once again being dropped.
त्यसले kill
Machine hasn't dropped 20%.
आखिरमा kill
Can he
secure
take
गरेर
this fight?
उस गरे यार
Sincere was the man who did the damage. He has a high boost for himself, climbing on top of the foliage. And Machine is going to be taken out. Just one man remaining from the side of INES. That is going to be Badrave, the man who was split up from his team, actually putting him as
त म काट
the only
दिन्छु
surviving member in this situation. Hiding in that hut, can he actually bait his teammates out?
यसको म अगाडि कपाल
Take
काट्छु
the players from the side of DC. It is going to be a 3 versus 1 fight because Evil Eye was taken out earlier. Machine has been knocked down. The players from the side of DC damn
Okay,
fast
INS is
closing in
fucking-
slowly
oh,
and
bhai!
steadily. Once again,
Jyanmaara को
running
एकजना
in
मात्र
and
Elementrix
rushing
को दुईजना
towards
मात्र बाँकी।
Machine. They are going to finish him off in a
कोसँग
matter of
fight लियो
seconds.
Elementrix ले
But can they spot out Badrave at him? He has a split. Even if Badrave goes in, even if he actually gets some players,
La,
but no,
भेट्यो
Blind
नमिठो।
is just going to pop him
You
in
just
the
see
head.
how it was. We got a camera of Badrave,
Yeah.
and he just
अरे यार
became a
कोब्रा
prey
सर
down in the-
GTA त
in
छोडियो नि
less than a
खेल्न
second, and that was
अझै
just
खेलिदैन
something that DC just did, and DC is
RP
really,
चाहिँ
really
खेलिदैन।
happy with their performance as they just took out 3 kills for themselves.
रोल
Obviously,
प्ले पनि खेलिदैन
and 3
भनौँ
players
के
from
अरे
INES
अनलाइनको
were
अनलाइन पनि
taken down by them.
एक
One
दुईचोटि
player of
खेल्यो
INES was taken down by
अहिले त GTA
Rising
खेलेकै
Nepal, and
छैन
the circle is closing. Can you just see the circle? Yes, the circle is out here, ladies and gentlemen. If you just look at this,
ए
so many
PUBG
teams
तिर
are
हल्का हो त
concentrated in from Painan
First game
to
Elementrix ले।
Query area. There's a cluster of
Yeah.
teams. 7 Cs and KS are
Okay,
on the
DC blind
left
लाई
side,
देखिसकेको
obviously
छ।
on the other island, but then no one is on
ओके एटम
Paradise,
ओपनमा
Camp
ओहो
Bravo.
डोको डोको
The
त्यता हेरेको भयो
opponent
नि
teams
नि
are not in those areas as of now, and TDP, if they spot DC, I think it can be an end game for DC, and just one airdrop. I mean,
7C र
there is a
KS को
second
पर्ला
airdrop
जस्तो
as
छ
well on the circle, but then that's
ओहो
kind of
सबैजना
outside the
जोन
circle
भित्र
if we are talking about it. And
र 7C
another
ले
1
KS लाई
minute
वाइप
and 50 seconds, the second circle is going to come, and then that is going to be a moment when there are going to be some incredible fights once again. But this time, TDP and DC are still right in front of each other. Will they engage in a fight? And second airdrop. Okay, this is an incredible gun, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a really amazing gun and can cause your team to actually turn situations around. But the other one, the
मैले
one
सबै
I
छाडेको
guess
गेम
you
वाली
are
लुडो
waiting
अरे
for is going to be the
लुडो नि खेलियो
M49.
यार
I'm waiting
Because
for it.
that is one of those guns that you use in clutch situations, as we saw from the man who was taken out a couple of seconds earlier.
3-4 दिन त
INES
लुडो
Evil
पनि
Eye.
मजाले
In a
खेल्यो
1
त्यसपछि
versus
फेरि
4,
लुडो पनि
dropped
बन्द
down
भयो
3 players, but it was a 1 versus 4, so the man had
के
to
कसो
be
problem?
killed off at some point, but still managed to survive a long time. On the other side, talking
फेरि
about
खेल्नुपर्छ
surviving,
भयो
can
भने।
TDP survive this
खेल्ने भएन म त
onslaught
रेडी
from DX captain? Team Xtreme actually dropped down
अहिले ब्रेक टाइममा खेल्नुपर्छ कि
on top a little bit earlier. His health was somewhere around I think
मलाई पठाउन
10%,
मम्मी गइदियो।
and using those healing utility and healing
तिम्रो मम्मी
coming up to
Okay, on top,
20% health
DC
on
र
top
TDP को चाहिँ फाइट
is
पर्ला जस्तो छ
gonna
है
be quite safe now. But since the shots were being fired, Doku actually spots out Sincere, does about 10 15
बहादुर गुरुङ
damage.
मतलब
Sincere
Digit Focus
was already
Gaming.
running that
Yes,
health boost
brother.
coming in,
We
so he is gonna
मैले
heal up
हेरिरहेको
slowly
छु
and
हामीलाई
steadily,
we
but
know
Blind on
each
the other
other
side taking some shots on himself from Doku with that QBZ is going to be trouble and is going to be dropped to 50.
के भयो अहिलेसम्म राजमास्टर फर्स्ट
Yeah,
म्याच चाहिँ
and
एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले
Doku is
चिकन
still
डिनर
trying to find some player rivals there.
सेकेन्ड म्याच आज चाहिँ मिरामार पनि हुन्छ कि भन्ने कुरो गरिरहेको थियो अघि त्यो उसमा देखायो कि नै मिरामार
They will like to go for a TX Viper
अन्त
is also
खेलै
taken
गरेन
out. TX captain is the one that is left alongside TX Kazi as rivals are ready for a fight. Rivals is the squad that got eliminated in the first position. Shakar with that
खेलौँ
game
भन्ने
to
आउँछ रे
four.
ल
Wow,
है
this
त
guy
मिरामार
is
छ।
incredible with snipers.
आज
Even the match
Vikendi
like
छैन
Sanhok
मिरामार
Ravens
छ।
takes on TX team and just finishes him in a really really
TX
good
को
way.
यार अब
And
दुईजना
they
लागि
got
ओ
one
भाइ
player. What was he doing out there? Captain
किन
just
ओपनबाट
tries
हाने
and
गोलीले
takes him down, but I think he has been spotted. And TX Viper goes down by a grenade once again. Kazi is on good health right now.
आरएनले थर्ड पार्टी होइन होइन आरएनले चाहिँ नेपाली हुन्छ फाइट गर्छ राइभल्सको नुक वान एचपीमा
One player he is reviving his player.
Okay, Rivals अगाडि बढ्दै Rivals र यहाँ TX को
Viper would like to pop up first.
ट्रिगर अगाडि पुगिसक्यो काजीसँग 1v1 ट्रिगरको काजीले ट्रिगरलाई डाउन भाइपरलाई यहाँ स्लेयरले डाउन काजीको टिपी काजी बाहिर ओहो स्लेयरद्वारा टिम एक्सट्रिम
One more
स्लेड
team, that is Team Xtreme. kills in their hands, and they will give up a good revival
Plus,
as
rivals
well.
को whole score
The
बाँध्न
team
सफल.
that got eliminated in the first position the previous game, that
Yeah.
team has
JM को
done
एकजना
wonder
Elementrix
right
छ,
now.
KTM को
This was
3 जना,
incredible,
Nepali Ho
and
Ni
Rivals has 4
र
kills
यसको
in
साथै
their bag
Rivals
right
चाहिँ
now.
माथि
Yeah,
टपमा
picking up an
with
entire
4
squad for
points.
themselves is definitely going to give them an advantage when we are having a look at the points table for this game. But on the other side, Elementrix once again having the high ground. They have to be careful because Nepali Ho Ni have their players right behind them. So rotating out of this location is going to be a bit tricky. Moving on to the next location, but in first he has
Nepali
a couple of
Ho Ni
players.
को.
Lake has taken a lot of damage, dropped down to around 20% health. He's going to heal up slowly. But on the other side, the remaining players from the side
टाइम
of
नै
Nepali
मिल्दैन
Ho Ni, they
वेकमा
are rotating and
2 दिन
grouping up
बित्या
together. Gole,
हुन्छ
he is
अलवेज
coming
पुरा
in
वर्क
towards
के
the
गर्ने
cash and
Yeah,
vehicle
yeah,
over
boy,
here.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
spotted out in first, still behind the tree on the high
खडा
ground.
हो
He's trying to
खडा हो
spot out the players right in front of him. On the other side,
धेरै
Rising
खेल्न नि
Nepal, they have to
हुँदैन.
be careful because DC is in close proximity as well.
हामी पो बेरोजगारी
And
भइयो
this fight
खेलिन्छ
could
रे
be a third party at any
म
given
पनि अब
moment. But
बिस्तारै
DC,
कमै
they are
हुन्छ
going to
होला
be happy
खेल्न.
about the fact that they were able to take on the players from INES and are
खेल्न
gonna
त अहिले
get
कम
out of there.
भइसकेको छ.
Yes, and Jyanmaara Sonim is still out of the circle right now. Circle is slowly and steadily coming up, and he can actually be contested by KTM's players. Rising Nepal, on the other hand, in first, took down one player, has one kill for him, and obviously that was the first player from INES, the first player that was dropped
अरे यार
out. So
मेरो
Rising Nepal
मैले
will take
गरेको
one kill,
हिस्ट्रीमा
and the
कमेन्ट
circle is
तिम्रोमा
still
चाँडा
quite
आउँछ यार.
centralized
कसरी के यार.
on their direction. So the teams that are inside the circle, they don't have to worry about anything. They can just take up some fights, but still, there are 2 or 3 teams that are outside the circle. We'll have to see when they actually come inside the circle. We are down to 50 players alive.
Hacker हो यो.
14 teams remaining. 2
Mane
teams
hack गर्ने
that have
यस्तो.
actually gone out is
JM
INES
zone
and Team
पर्ने.
Xtreme. So those 2 teams will have to wait for the next lobby to actually, commence in so that they can join, and they can actually change the pace of the game for themselves as well as rivals did in this game. We'll have to
7C
see
चाहिँ उता
what
पुगिरहेछ.
happens. And
KSA
Rising Nepal,
7C बाट उहाँ पर
this team
पुगिसकेको
is
छ.
currently topping the table, and what just happened?
7C को राम्रै छ हो अहिले.
This
केटाहरूले
was
हानिरहेछ
interesting,
न.
dropping your own teammate. I mean, yesterday we
Those
saw
are-
a player just throw nades at his own teammate, but he did not do any damage this time. There was an actual knock coming in. So putting your own teammate in a bit of danger. Newt, he is gonna throw the smoke, go use those bandages in the smoke because he does not have
Oh,
any
John
first
Wick.
aids on him. Talking about
Amin,
things, airdrop number 3 coming in with that AUG, the cheek pad for the snipers. So if Shagar from is able to pick
Or
up
if
this,
someone has an MK14 from the previous airdrop, they can just go for it.
Stream
yes, the first aid med kit coming in as well,
reply late
and the military vest with the helmet.
सुरु
So,
सुरुमा
a lot
कति
of
धेरै
good
खेल्थ्यौँ
stuff.
है हामी.
Quite
त्यही
a
भएर
lot of good stuff, and they can just utilize the
पहिला त
make the
खेलिदियो नि
proper
यार.
use out of it if they want to.
ए
Rising
सन्दीप
Nepal's in
उसो
first. If you
मेरो
see Rising
साथी हो
Nepal,
केही हुँदैन.
this team is topping the charts. This team has 1 kill right now. This team has had a bad run yesterday, but right now and today they started the day decent. They are seeing DC right in front of them. DC, the squad that took down
अरे
INES,
Sam,
that was a
sus-
big name as they were topping the table. They are
Bye,
looking
bye,
for a
bye,
second
bye.
upset as well, as DC is trying to spot some players from Rising Nepal. We'll have to see what
नेपाली
happens in this fight.
बर्ड्सहरू
Once again, okay, DC have 3 kills. They are the 3 players from INES, and Rising Nepal they have 1 kill. That was INES tier.
Yeah,
So 2 teams who were actually the
who
reason
shared the kill the fight.
के छ
They
खबर
are
छ
now
के हुनु
1-1
सर
as
भइहाल्छ
in
यो
first
वाच
takes a lot
पार्टी
of
हेर्ने
damage if
बस्ने
you
होइन.
just, look at that.
Yeah, that
वो
is
इन्फोर्सलाई
gonna be
स्पट गरेर
ए
जस्तो छ
छैन
man at a disadvantage.
ए
But
अमिन सरी
Atom,
विशेष
he is
छैन.
not looking to slow down.
अहिले मैले
Once
अमिनलाई
again,
भनेको
using
सन्
the
त्यो
window
अर्को
to
त
peek
मलाई थाहा
perfectly,
छैन यार.
yeah, they
को
were
फेरि
shooting
अमन?
back and forth, but Atom did not take any.
है
अमिन
अमन
के अमिन,
बिर्सेको
अमिन
छैन अरे है.
Yeah, for now he did not, but the major factor,
साथी हो कि
out here is if you look at Celix.
मिसको साथी हो कि
Celix is kind of a bit behind from all the team areas and everything.
Close
like
guard
all
है
the
ना?
players.
TD
Celix is
close
on
guard भाई.
another direction. And Furka
close
White
guard.
takes down TDP Dokudoku. So big names are being taken down by other names as well. We'll have to see what happens and how the teams actually go for it. DC Atom, DC Blind on one area and trying to take up a fight from some other direction or something. But then Crazy has an M2. Like, he does not have an M24, but the area where he entered, there was an M24 behind him or something. I don't know what was
अरे
that.
आयन
But
भाइ.
then will he actually take it up?
Ramesh.
And I think that's for Elementrix
Azune
players only.
Pro.
And Sarga as well. And Ensign Gole
Keep
takes on
going,
Rivals.
no.
And Ensign once again taking some fight. And
PMCO
Rivals
winner हो है
has
गाइस
also
यो
emerged out
राज
as a really good
Pradhan
team.
गर्ने.
And it's in
Yeah.
Gole is trying to spot
Rajesh
some other
Pradhan
players
कहाँ
as
हो?
well, trying to take up some fights if they can. If that happens, we'll have to see how it goes
Commentary
overall.
A lot of volatility if you're talking about teams' performances. Teams performing in group stages are not doing so great right now. Teams not doing in group stages, not doing great in group stages are just dominating everyone else in the semi-finals. But on the other side, Utsarga with that car is going to spot out Hype SK49, but the shot missing its mark is going to allow the man to escape. But Dalion being spotted, he is going to run behind that hut. The message being conveyed to his teammate by SK that there is a sniper present. Just being careful. Dalion is going to come in. His case sitting on the wrong seat of that bike. Switching a little bit too early is just going to drop the bike on himself. But Dalion is actually going to come and pick it up, and the teammates are going to rotate on that two-wheel. On the other side, Rising Nepal still fighting it out with the players from the side of DC. Atom is going to drop one player from the side of Rising Nepal Rivals. They are going to go in for another rotation towards the low ground. Once again, just being a little bit careful as to how they actually manage to survive this one, because this game is going to put them at an interesting spot, because two of the strongest teams, Xtreme and INES, they were taken out first.
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing that just happened. And KTM, as you see, KTM is trying to spot some players from Rising. They just want those desperation kills out there, because that is important. Rising Nepal, on the other hand, they want to make up for a comeback. 7C Pathetic takes on Wolves Newty and just finishes him. But that is one thing that is happening. 7C Hades also goes on by Wolves 6-9. Wolves 6-9 just finishing 7C's. So 7C's is kind of in a bit of trouble right now. And the circle is also coming. TDP Utsaga, one more shot of that goes on, and Rivals Trigger can actually have that kill, that knock, if not the kill right now. But then the zone is not on either of them as well. Not on TDP, not on Rivals. Rival has to make a way into the zone. You see the circle. Yeah. The circle is going to shrink as we are talking once again. And the shrink is going to be important. Look at Hype. Brilliant strategy by Team Hype to actually come outside the circle, and NHN takes on Vibes players as well. Rivals revive Puffy.
Thank you.
And the fights are still happening, and Vibes gets eliminated as NHN goes up for an incredible and amazing fight. KTM is still outside the circle, has 4 points for them.
Yeah, Rising Nepal is outside as well, and they have to be careful this time around. Fighting outside the blue zone is going to put you in a bit of trouble if there are teams that are keeping the entire area. But on the other side, Rivals, they are going to look to rotate in towards the circle, as well as the blue zone is coming in towards them. On the other side, DC, since Rising Nepal are fighting in the blue zone, they are taking damage from the blue zone as well. DC are going to try to look, they are looking to multiply or add to that blue zone damage with their own bullets, and Sonam is going to be dropped because of that. Alex Whitey from the side of Rising Nepal, he is looking to close in the distance towards the players from the side of DC. DC still sitting at an health advantage, and first is taking damage slowly and steadily. Alex Whitey is in the same situation. Both the players are quite low. Using those healing utilities on themselves is going to allow them to survive, but not if Steel XOP is firing those bullets. Alex is going to be dropped in first. The only man left standing for the side of Rising Nepal. Can he save his team? Crazy was already taken out, so this was a 3v3 situation, but now 1v3.
1v3, but bandages are not going to help in Fifth Circle. 278 meters. If DC actually gets this win from Rising Nepal as well, DC can be the team that has toppled first and second position from the players. I mean, they just took down the players. Felix OP goes down by KS Mehraz. Full side Ironic takes down TDP on top. Felix OP getting finished out by KSFT. DC, the good days are over, as there's a team that is ready to take up a fight against them. Jyanmaara gets eliminated on 12. This actually puts up other teams in a bit of a good situation, as Rising Nepal with just one player can they just get inside the zone. As you can see in the minimap, they are outside the circle, and DC Sincia and Atom still trying to make out their way. Trigger goes down from Rivals as Wolf 6-9 takes up a fight, and Rivals Divine also gets down in first from Rising Nepal. That is the end of Rising Nepal with 2 kills in this particular game, as they got eliminated on 11. Rivals noob, but Wolf 6-9, oh my god, that spotting power, that firepower was incredible as they take down Wolves Dictator. 9 teams remaining, 25 players alive out in this direction. NHN is ready for a fight if some teams actually can catch them, but KS versus KTM, this might be an incredible one, and KS was taking fight from DC as well.
Yeah, that was actually the kill feed just going up like crazy, and once again it is still doing the same thing. The illusions being dropped. Rated is going to drop player. Hype down Leon, and that is once again good. KTM is being eliminated to play 2 teams, 3 teams still outside in the blue zone. Damn classy process. Rivals X. Rival X, they have to be careful. There is just one player alive for them. It's Rival Slayer and Nepali Ho Ni. They are looking to collapse upon the entire team. He is trying to run away from the blue zone. Is going to fall in. Trusty Process being eliminated from this game. The players from the side of Hype. Oh, this nade could actually do so much.
Can change everything for the team, but as of now, the grenade is fairly. Just imagine if that grenade would have been on the squad and it would have taken down each and everyone. But now Shifusa going for the grenades on Elementrix side. Rival X gets eliminated on 7 versus 6 teams remaining out here. 16 players remaining. Elementrix once again in the game. The 2 players, they lost their 2 players in the early stages, but still Elementrix is making up a mark right now. That is incredible from the side of Elementrix. And Shifusa once again throwing up grenades. I think the call has been given by Shifusa to rotate towards his right as Dalion is down. Prototype would like to give up a revive, and SK49 is also ready for a fight, but the circle is still coming on him. Shifusa gets spotted from the other direction. SK49 takes him down. 2 players have been down, and SK49 is also down. Rated is trying to move in, but then will Prototype go for a firepower, or will he go for a revive as Rated gets taken out? Prototype outside the circle can be spotted by Elementrix as well. Hype Dalion gets ended by out there, and that will be the end of Team Hype on 5th position. 10 players remaining. 4 teams out there. Team Hype gets eliminated with 5 kills. Elementrix ready up for a fight. Can this team pull off a miracle? The miracle that is needed from this team, as this team won the first game and with just 2 players is ready to win. Set up their eyes on second. DC once again. DC blind. The solo survivor from Team DC is ready, but Nepali Ho Ni is out there. KS, Axe, the team that is going for an incredible comeback. 2 teams with their comebacks are ready for it. Reed is low on health, but still, look at DC blind outside the circle. Can he just pull off something as he's trying to get inside the circle? Yes or no? Takes out 1, takes out 2, but just barely manages. And KSFT will try to give up a revive right now to the players that have been down. As Sanhok is out there just sneaking around, but imagine if Blind would have taken up those kills.
Yeah, but this changes the entire situation, because KS, they have all 4 of the players right now in the game. But even if one of their players died, their probability of getting a chicken dinner could actually fall down drastically, because the team in front of them, the teams in front of them are Elementrix and Nepali Ho Ni, 2 of the most experienced teams in the tournament. But Elementrix, one player being knocked down. On the other side, Reaper OP is going to take on KS. Is Nepali Ho Ni, Elementrix Sanhok is still snaking. He is quite in the open, so if he gets spotted, that is going to be an instant kill coming in, and KS losing a player. Mehraj has been taken down. Lakhe being dropped. Reaper can he actually give some damage? Harid is going to be taken out. Ifti is going to be taken out, and KS, they are looking in trouble. Sanhok once again taking on Shaga. Shaga being dropped. Sanhok the only man left standing for his entire team. Can he pull this off? They had 4 players, but now they're down to 1. Poo Man, he is going to be taken out as well. Shaga was taken down, and Elementrix being eliminated on the 3rd spot. Nepali Ho Ni, this could be their chicken dinner if Sanhok actually does not manage to get the revive on his teammate. See, it was a 4 versus 3. Now it is a 1 versus 3. Can Sanhok revive his teammate? Does he have enough time, or are Nepali Ho Ni just going to charge and Harid is going to die? It is going to be a 3 versus 3 situation, but the health is just not there. Mehraj has been dropped with that nade coming in. Ifti is sitting, and Sanhok, he is trying to fight this one out in a 1 versus 3. We've Cash, he charges in, he's getting shot at. Sanhok, he's going to be taken down, and Nepali Ho Ni take the chicken dinner in the 2nd game on Sanhok.
I mean, incredible game by Nepali Ho Ni, if anything. And KS, the comeback speaks for themselves from 16 to 24 overall positions. And right now, second position, that was incredible by KS. Elementrix, 3rd position for this game, 1st position the first game. That was an incredible comeback. And Nepali Ho Ni, I mean, the odds were against them at one time.
Exactly. Every situation, everything favored KS Axe. They had 4 players. They had the ridges in front of them. The other teams, and teams were unaware about this position, and they still managed to lose this one.
Circle at one time. Yes, every player was bleeding outside the circle for KS. Every player was bleeding outside the circle for Nepali Ho Ni. He was a lone player inside the circle.
Second
they
date
waited
round
for NHN to take up a fight against Elementrix as
second date
Shaga was taken down. Pupuman was trying to struggle with the circle as well as Pupuman was taken down. But then KS, they just knew when to march in. They popped out one player that was Lakhe OP, but still he managed to got a revive. But then NHN was ready for it. Vcash tried to move forward, Lakhe tried to move forward, Reaper tried to move forward, and when all these three players moved forward, it was like a force that was not just being stopped.
It all changed at the moment wherein DC actually dropped 2 players from the KSX, because as we were talking about, they had everything in their favor. But with the fight coming in from the side of DC, actually gave away their information, gave away their position to Nepali Ho Ni. And once the players were low, once the players had already used their healing utility, the smokes were being popped as well. Nepali Ho Ni just knew what to do. Synox engaging in the fight with Elementrix actually just basically catalyzed the entire situation to a faster rate of reaction, wherein they knew where Sanhok was now. So they know we have to be aware of the low ground player as well. And dealing with the players on the back first, taking on Synox next, that just shows the kind of sort of strats and experience based gameplay that Nepali Ho Ni comes in with. On the other side, Elementrix as well. Losing 2 players in the early game stages, actually making it into the top 3, that is incredible.
I mean, there are some
लहै आज कुरा हुने भयो सन्दीप सरको म त वाइफाई बिना पागल हुने रहेछ वर्षा ए वाइफाई पो बहुत के छ त
the teams that are at top, Rising Nepal, INES, getting eliminated by DC. And talking about DC,
another thing, DC, they also messed up over there. They were taking on Rising Nepal. They took down players from INES, but Rising Nepal players, the kills were not given to the players from DC.
If you remember the final circle when DC's player was trying to get inside, he almost took down 2 players, was ready for a third one as well. Imagine if he would have done that, that would have been just an incredible offset for the team. That could have, I mean, I don't know how DC played the game today, but that was just incredible. They were marvelous.
Oh boy. DC were marvelous. Do you really want to go? Do you really want to go with that? But talking about Batman, let's have a look and see who the MVP for this game is and how they did this time around. It is going to be Nepali Ho Ni's Vcash with 4 kills, 499 damage, 3 kilometers traveled, and 24 minutes survival time.
This is good. I mean, 4 kills for the guy and almost 500 damage. He did pretty good. He did pretty well. If we have to talk about the way their rotations were or anything, and this guy popped out the last person as well. So he pretty much deserves the MVP point at this time.
Was the man who actually initiated the rush on towards Synox from KSX, and that was actually really important because they were still trying to figure out, all right, where are these guys? Is he reviving them? What are they doing? Once the nade came in, Vikash just goes, all right, we have had enough. Let's just run in. And from that, let's have a look at the game standings and see how the teams actually did this time around.
Yeah, and the game standings is 10 kills for Nepali. Only 4 of them came from Vcash, but then 30 points for the team KSX. These 20 points are gonna leave a big mark for the team right now, and we would love to see this team, climbing up and up the ladder. Right now they're on second, but maybe next game can be theirs and they can top up to the first position. Damn classy. I mean, the 7 kills that they had. They wiped out Rising Nepal for the 4 kills. They wiped out INES for 3 kills, and those big names put them up to the 3rd position. Elementrix out there for 4th position. Rivals X for the 5th, and Team Hype dropping down 1 position because of the kills, obviously. And all those things. So they are on 6, and Wolfzen on 7, and Deadeyes Guys is out there on the 8th.
Yeah, that was the top 8. Moving on to the bottom 8, we have KTM Rage on the 9th with 7 points. Trusty Process on the 10th with 5 points. Rising Nepal on 11th with 3 points. Jyanmaara on the 12th with 2 points. Team 7C on the 13th Discord server link on the 14th with 1 point. Xtreme on 15th. Discord on 16th. So Rising Nepal, Trusty Process, 7Cs, Xtreme, INES, all the strongest this game, and the strongest of the strong this time just stood to be Nepali Ho Ni and KSX.
So Nepali team around.
Nepali Ho Ni, we know they are a really good team. And KSX, the comeback that this team is just if they continue their run, there's no stopping them. The way the team actually has taken up on the kills, they had 6 kills, but then those 6 kills actually shows a lot that they have a lot of potential in them.
Yeah, the potential is there. And talking about potential, let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see
ल को
what
खेल्ने हो
sort of a
लुडो
potential full play these guys brought in.
म
And we have 4 people with 4 kills each. Nepali Ho Ni's Vcash is going to take the
अर्को
first with
आइडीमा
499
कुन
damage.
अर्को
Rival
अर्को
Slayer is
आइडीमा है
going to be second with 4 kills,
कुन
414 damage and 1 headshot.
मेरो त
Elementrix
म्याक्सिममा
Sugar
ब्रो अनि
on the
म्याक्सिममा
third
चाहिँ खेल्नु
with
नै
4 kills,
नमिल्ने रहेछ नि त
355 damage
अनि त
and
म
2
मेरो
headshots.
आइडीमा
Ironic from Wolves is going to be fourth with 4 kills, 275 damage and 1 headshot.
ग्रुपै थियो हैन र
And
हाम्रो
Wolves
लुडोको
69 is going to be fifth with 3 kills, 667 damage and 2 headshots to his name.
One good thing about Elementrix is Shagar is that he and Pukum were the 2 people left. Still, he manages to bring out 4 kills to the team.
Yeah.
That is a really good number, and that's a really good effort by this player. Because sometimes, if you're left with 2 players, you have to decide if you need to play passive or you need to go for aggression or something.
Yeah.
But then these players wiped out Hype Squad. And those 4 kills matter a lot when it comes to, you know, taking up a fight, taking up your aggression, playing passively aggressive, trying to go to the zone, if you have to rotate into the zone first, or if you have to be the last team to rotate. So those things actually, you know, matter a lot.
Yeah, they actually matter, and it sort of becomes tricky. It is exactly as you said, because when you have just 2 players surviving in game, decision making gets affected not just by the IGL, by the players. Even if the IGL dies and IGL gives the call, alright, you have to be aggressive at this point. If the players doubt themselves even just 1%, that will show in their performance. But these 2 players just trusting their calls, just trust the process of their IGL and just getting those kills for their team. But talking about trusting, let's have a look at the overall standings and see how the teams have played so far and where they stand. Rising Nepal still sitting on the first with 136 points. INES is going to be still on the second with 125 points, but the gap is being closed slowly and steadily. Team Xtreme is going to be third with 115 points. Team Gaming is going to be fourth with 113. Team Xtreme had 115 points. R3D Devils are going to be fifth with 109 points. Nepali Ho Ni is going to be sixth with 108 points. Deadeyes Guys, they are going to be seventh with 106 points. And Team Hype, they are going to be eighth with 101 points.
Every team out here is at that top 100 mark, and closing that 100 mark is going to be 97 Gladiators with 100 points in 9th position. 7C. I mean, the team
Elementrix Trust process is same point.
Stages, and they are on 10th position right now. Rivals X slowly and steadily climbing up the ladder on 11th position. Elementrix,
99.
This game is going to give them a really good boost, and they are on 12th position. TDP
Wolves 67, top 16 67.
Jyanmaara on 14, Damn Class is out there on 15, and Wolves is on 16. But then we'll have to see what KSX is at. Started, you know, picking up the pace. Starting from 24th, it's on 20th right now. There's a lot of scope for the team, but then one team that is not actually showing the potential right now is Vibes, as they have had 10 games, but they are constantly dropping right now.
Yeah, once again dropping down to the 22nd position with 47 points to their name. And KSX, the kind of performance that they have had so far, if they continue playing like this, not just today, but tomorrow and the day after as well, I think that is going to be the point wherein KSX actually make it into the finals. Because as we talked about earlier, they slap off in one game and there goes their chance of making it.
Totally.
And from there on out, we will be back after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. A lot more action is yet to come.
Guys, we playing Ludo है त यसमा त्यो उस जस्तो लिंक पठाउन मिल्दैन त्यतिकै त्यो नर्मल गेमहरुमा लिंक पठाए जस्तो के ओइ मेरो नसियो तर भ्याउँदैन होला 15 मिनेटमा भ्याउ होला त यो म्याच
खै
एकैछिन है गाइस कसले जित्ला हु माइट विन ल मेरो त दुईटा निस्कियो अनि दुईटा भाउ आउँछ अगाडि यसको साउन्ड सानो गर्न मिल्दैन भने कि यार साउन्ड बिना फेरि कस्तो कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ रमाइलो छ
गोटी
मैले हान्न लागेको थिएँ ट्याक्क त्यो इन्भाइट गर्ने अप्सनै गायब भइदिरहेको के
पर्न हो किसमा यहाँ राख्छु के कस्तो हेपीको यार मलाई लुडोले
ल गाइज कसले जित्ला ल म त भागे नो ल तरिका हो के गरे यार हेपी यार ल यो अर्को नि जाने भयो यार
1 2 3 4 5
एफपीमा कल्पना सर्च गरेर गाइज रे
कल्पना मेरो मम्मीको नाम हो that's not my ID मेरो त मेसेन्जर मात्र छ तिमीहरु खोजेर पनि भेट्न सक्दैन
गाइज उता पिएमसीओ स्टार्ट हुन लाग्यो भने भनौँ है अगाडि ल्याउ न हौ
लेख्न पर्छ Sad life. Sad life. Good job.
गई लल भागो ए नो
भागो यो पज गर्नु मिल्नु पर्ने के गेम छ भने मिल्दैन हैन
खिड्की
ह्याशट्याग कल्पना अरे को हो यो बत्रुने
हामी त लखाट छ के अबे फर्स्ट म्याच एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले सेकेन्ड म्याच नेपाली हुनेले यो थर्ड म्याच चाहिँ मैले जित्छु कि
k plus k is equal to nothing 2k हुन्छ k plus k is 2k but यहाँ 4k छ 2k छैन 4 पऱ्यो हो के चालु
तिर्की
फोटो फोटो लिराउने
चौकी
को क्लिक गर्छु भने बट चल्दैन
ए वेट यो पनि खान मिल्थ्यो नि अघि यार अर्को ब्रेक टाइममा चाहिँ हामी हेरौँ है त को खेल्नु मिल्दो रहेछ यसलाई दौडाउँ त्यो खाइदिउँ न कति 4 होइन चौका हार्नु भएन ल खत्तम भयो नि त गाइस हेलो हेलो मिस्टर बोल भन्दै ओ नो सेट लाइफ भयो नि त नि गाइस बेकार त्यो चला क्या तर त्यो उस गर्नु मिल्दैन होला कि ए मैले जितेँ ल यति भएपछि त के गर्नु भइरहेको PMC लुडो PMC को भन्दा लुडोको PMC हो क्या LMCO पो भन्छ क्या लुडो मोबाइल क्लब ओपन
मलाई हेप्यो
ए बरु उताको टाइम कति भयो के कस्तो भछ उता
भयो होला हेर्नु त
हेरौँ है 1 मिनेट रहेछ ल मैले जिते गाइस #जिज मैले हेरेँ भर्खर हेरेँ 1 मिनेट बाँकी छ ऊ 7 तो गयो क्या यार अब त भगाउँछु म यसलाई ओ नो गलत गरेँ कि मैले के छैन मैले जितेँ कि हामीले जितेछ कि कल्पनालाई सपोर्ट गरेको हार्ला जस्तो छ चौका
कल्पना को हो गाइस त्यो मैले चिनेको
कति तिर्की आएको बे
ओए नाम चेन्ज गरेर मेरो नाम राखे थिए है बस्दै गाडी खायो के नाम राखेको थियो हावाले भन्दा
जित्यो
एक पर्छ पनौती
यो पछि अब आउँछ ब्रेक टाइममा रमाइलो गरे अनि र उता चाहिँ अब चाहिँ स्टार्ट हुन लाग्यो ल हारे उल चाहिँ हारेकोमा चाहिँ हजुरलाई कस्तो लागिरहेछ यप हुँदैछ एकैछिन
स्याड पनौती नभन न रोइदिन्छु यार
अनि एकछिन यिनीहरू बोल्छ कि यिनीहरू बोलेको भन्दा यता हामी मेरो अर्को पसाइदिन्छु कि उता स्टार्ट भयो
someplace on top of a ridge. They can or cannot come down of those ridge if the zone is, passing by them. If they come down this, they're gonna have a lot of zone damage and also the fall damage and all of those things. And if the zone favors Hacienda or Lost Lunas, then they have a lot of compounds, a lot of houses to rotate through. So different strategies.
भाई मारो मुझे नहीं ये मजाक हो रहा है एक सेकंड यार मजाक हो रहा है
the zone is becoming because as Ocean stated out if it comes down to Hacienda or Los Leones then you have to be careful
Naveen brother
fight it out in close quarters other than that if it opens up in an open
Erangel
area then
Sanhok.
you have to be
First match
rely
Elementrix,
on your
second
snipers
match
basically
Nepali Ho Ni.
Ridges also those ridge areas.
Yeah, ridge areas as well. And once again, talking about the ridges, they give you a high ground advantage. But as you said, if you are forced to run out of there because of the blue zone, then you are quite exposed while coming down. So you have to be careful and watch out for every single angle because people like Shagar, people like Kumu, and people like On Top, they are gonna be wreaking havoc with those snipers and those DMRs in this game. But talking about the trajectory, starting from Los Higos, going from the edge of Los Leones and heading over towards Campo Milda.
If teams want to go to Campo Milda, they can go to Campo Milda. Nepali Ho Ni is Gole. What kind of plane is he on? He's still also, away from his team. He's faster than the plane, to be honest, if anything. But how does he do that? I mean, how do you do that?
Nice.
But still, one of the things that I would like to see, Hype is going at one direction, KTM is coming up with them, Elementrix is orange is going on the other direction, and then there's a team that is following them. So we'll have to see how it all changes the pace of the game. I think NHN would like to go to Impala. That is like kind of their
It's their place.
It's their place, and they would like to go to that area, but will they be able to make it out to that particular point? And for now they are not contested by any other team. But for how long? That's going to be one of the questions. Elementrix is going out with Vibes as well, and Vibes having a bad run. Can they actually take it out? And I want to see where KS goes, as KS is trying to go to Ladriela. But from there, they will take a vehicle and go to El Pozo or something. But this area is being contested on the early stages. Is taking a fight against 7 Seas in the early stages. And Rising Nepal, they are at the top, but then their fans are expecting a gameplay from them that is once again a top notch. But will they be able to provide it? We'll have to see.
Once again, after the performance that they set up in the first day, Rising Nepal just seemed to have fallen a bit short of that initial performance. But initial contact coming in between Wolves and INES, this could spell trouble for both the teams. But INES machine being taken down by Ironic with that win 94. Oh boy, you hardly get to see this gun in action.
Like when you look at now with the shotgun and then 194 coming in action for the stuff. I mean, Winchester, it's an incredible, and we both are Supernatural fans, and we talk about it. Trust me, alright, if anyone of you is Supernatural fans, just comment down below and we'll just binge watch it. Look at his 1 HP, I mean that's not even 10 HP, he's just really surviving out, does not have
Oh, 182 gaming, hello brother, thanks for this.
Welcome back to it.
So sorry bro, thanks
Nepal
for
and
the
7
no problem brother, bro को आइको लाइभले मैले पाइसकेको थिएँ मलाई थ्यांक यू भन्दा नि अब भ्युअर्सहरुलाई हो खासै
that is actually going to make the thing entirely interesting, but
no
Wolves,
worries.
they have to be careful because the place they were in does not have a lot of compounds, and not having a lot of compounds is going to mean that not enough loot. Not enough loot is going to translate into not having enough healing, and we can already see on that its effect on Newt, who was dropped quite low, close to dying, but is still sort of sticking away from the heals, and he has to be careful this time around. Once again, Wolves, Ironic, 6-9, Dictator running out in the open. They have to be careful. Their teammate somehow manages to get to 50%. But on the other side, here is another team that put up an amazing performance on Sanhok in the last game. It is DC, damn classy. Few mistakes the last time, not confirming the kills for themselves, just letting them slither away and being given to the side of the play zone, the blue zone in fact. You do not want to do that. As we say, every single kill is going to give you 1 extra points, and those single points can actually make or break your standing and your overall performance as well. It could be possible that because of that one kill in that one game, you are just 1 point short of being in the top 16.
Yeah, those you see little differences make up a big impact on the game as well, on the teams as well. So we'll have to see what actually goes on in all of these fights and all of the strategies. As some teams have lost their players already, 2 teams have lost their single players, and that's gonna change quite a lot of things. But then, will that be enough for the teams? As the teams are ready once again, they have good decent guns right now. Previously, they kind of did not. They kind of managed to drive away from their focus and attention. But right now, I think they'll be ready for the fights, and if anything, let's see what happens as the fights actually progress.
Yeah, we have to see as how these teams are going to take this fight. I mean, we just wait for them and see where they are going to go, how they are going to actually rotate in towards the action, what sort of angles are they going to take, how are they going to retaliate if they get engaged upon, if they are not expecting a fight. Again, taking some damage, Masquerade, he was taken down low a little bit, but is going to heal up and is actually going to be ready for the side of Rising Nepal. They were in quite close quarters, but Rising Nepal slowly and steadily just moving away from this entire location and are looking forward to heading towards the zone. early rotations, you have to be quite careful about them as well. But Rising Nepal, they were on a weird spot in this map, so rotating from here on out is pretty much going to be easy for them. Once again, the circle is sort of focused on the eastern side of the map. So teams in the western, basically the western half of the map, which are quite a lot, are going to be looking forward to a big fight coming in.
Yeah, I mean, when you have to get inside the circle, the fights are gonna come in handy out at that position. When you have to be in that, and NHN is kind of at a safer spot right now. Hype is kind of at a safer spot right now. Rivals is at a safer spot right now. The circle shifts to either of the teams. I think that's gonna be something. But Hype is slowly and steadily moving towards NHN. I don't know. I mean, do they know there's a team out there? I don't think so. But will they be able to take a fight? I think so, because that all of those things are going to change each and everything about each and every team, each and every format of the game. We'll have to see what happens. But meanwhile, Elementrix's squad, the squad that has been really good in today's day. One game they had first position, the other game they had third position. So obviously would like to go for that thing. And KS, the team that got a chicken in the previous one, is trying to take up a fight on INES, the team that is in top 2. But so we'll have to see how it changes everything for the teams and all those things. We'll have to see what happens when all the fights actually come. KS, Reed, Sanhok and Mihraj, pretty good players. If they is trying to find out a vehicle and drive it towards themselves, towards the players, we'll have to see what happens. But Badrev has a buggy out there, and Tier and Evil, obviously 3 players, you know. 3 players cannot drive up a buggy, so they'll have to find up a new thing to get out of this situation. The circle is coming slowly and steadily. He has this buggy for himself as well, but then the circle, there's a constant fight of players out here with the circle as well. And KS, there's other players. We'll have to see what happens. And Rivals X, on the other hand, if you see Rivals, they did not lose up a player. They started with the 3-player strategy out there in this game. We'll have to see how it lands up to them. Meanwhile, INES outside the circle and drops down one player from KS. KS is marine and would like to finish him as well as soon as they can. This was a really, really good strategy. I mean, they are outside the circle. They did not find a vehicle, but they were ready for a fight. And if another player goes down for KS, that's going to be a bit of a trouble. But will they be able to spot him? Not yet, not yet. Now they can spot him, and now the guns are coming in blazingly out there as KS Mihraj. He has stopped his vehicle. Why did he do that? But now he knows that he should not be doing that and will try to move into a safer spot as they can. But now the problem is on the hands of INES. 1600 meters is what they have to travel. They don't have a vehicle. Can this be a play zone fight once again?
I think this has to be a play zone fight for the players from the side of INES. They are going to be looking to find some vehicles for themselves. But Mihraj, he is going to heal up Synox. He is quite
Sandeep sir,
this is interesting because fighting in the blue zone in those early stages could spell a lot of trouble. Brave was taking a lot of damage. He only had 1 first aid on himself, some bandages, and the distance to the circle was actually quite big, over 1.6 kilometers, as Ushin pointed out. And in that situation, you have to basically use your first aid as late as you can, delay it as much as possible so that you can get the maximum benefit out of it. On the other side, talking about other teams, once again, the circle favoring the junkyard area, the southern side of LSR is going to be covered, and Minas Gralandus is going to be there as well. Graveyard team, DC, taking control of that entire location. They are going to be quite comfortable just sitting on the edge. And Vibes Knight is going to go for that drop, is going to get the AUG for himself. There was an 8x there as well, along with the ghillie suit, the sand ghillie suit.
I mean, the desert ghillie suit, obviously that's going to come in handy out in these range. And obviously, if you have a longer range area to shoot, you can just spot players, but the players are not going to have a bit difficulty in spotting you. And look at this thing, exactly the thing that I was talking about. Wolves Den, Elementrix, Team Xtreme, 7C, INES, KS, Axe. There are so many teams outside the circle right now, and that is a good thing and a bad thing simultaneously. Was spotted by KDM. And look at that thing. He had an incredible reaction time. He just lied down there and tried to spot his opponents. And Prerak is also one of the players that is actually just trying to make his way towards his teammate. He has been spotted once again, goes down and tries to spot the opponent, tries some shot, but then obviously the car was faster than his bullet, to be honest.
Not even a single one connecting, and the entire side of Rising Nepal, they are going to be happy about it. They're just going to drive away in their vehicles, all 4 of them, and will rotate into the next play zone. But Nepali Ho Ni once again coming with those rotations, did drop towards the side of Impala and are going to look to contest the center of the map. On the other side, JM T'Challa, Jyanmaara, they have been doing, their graphs just goes up and drops down with every single game. So we have to see as to how this squad does. They are quite volatile with their playstyles, because in one game you will see them playing really slow. In the other one, they will be the one engaging in every single combat and taking on basically every single team that they come in contact with or anyone they spot. DC Atom with that VSS. Oh, Meraz is heading in this direction, but the player being spotted is gonna force Meraz to hide behind that shed in close quarters. VSS and a UMP, the nade being cooked. If this lands perfectly,
this is gonna be something, but still it lands outside. Just imagine if he was popping up a first aid, but he has been spotted on the other direction. DC Atom takes him out. Phoenix Sophie actually takes him out, but that grenade throw, I mean, imagine the thing that it would have actually done. Obviously, it would have knocked him out. That's the same thing that it would have done, but still, that would have been incredible. But out here, KS Meraz is slowly and steadily bleeding out. The other players of KS are ready for a fight, but the team that is totally aggressive today is DC, not giving any chance to anyone that is standing in front of them.
Yeah, once again, KS, the players from the back were closing in, but DE Wadus is going to spot a vehicle in the distance, is going to try and land some shots, but once again, the distance is just too big and the vehicles are pretty fast, so the safe getaway coming in. On the other side, 7C are being punished for the late rotation. Pathetic being taken out by the blue zone. Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, right now, the SKS, let's talk about the guns. Like, you have 8x, you have really good, loot on that stuff. So, I mean, SKS is one of the guns that you can use variably out there. And the circle, as you guys can see, 7C is still outside the circle. And circle, okay, that is a really good shift for the teams that are on the southern side. Rising Nepal, they have to make their way inside the circle. KS, Axe has to make its way. Wolves Dictator, Wolf Squad, I mean, they have to make 7C, INES, DC, there are a lot of teams that are still not inside the circle right now, and then they'll have to pay extra effort to get inside the circle. NHN, they can be easily spotted by Hyperion, and Dalion is an incredible player. We have seen what he has done in the first game. He is ready for a fight. He is far away from his hype spot, but if he spots out the players out there of NHN, I think he can wreak havoc on them. He just tries to he just tried to go for some sprays and trying to spot the opponents once again, but I think Hype is ready for a fight if they get it, but for now NHN is on the other direction, and I think some other player from RN was spotted by them, but they are not taking any fight. DE on the other hand, Wadu, Shifu and Rated are ready. Warhead takes down 169 and Demon takes down DE's CJ sir. We haven't seen CJ sir yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen his performance yet, so this could be one of the wild factors, one of the wild cards.
The guy has not played that much of matches, if anything.
Yeah, he can be the surprise element coming in from everyone else. But on the other side, KTM, they are going to go in on Wolves, and they are going to drop 2 players from that side. Wolves looking in trouble. KTM with that Scar L coming in on the long distance. Akshay is actually trying to manage to connect those shots, and the players are collapsing on the entire squad in front of them. Wolves looking in trouble. Warhead is quite close on the higher ground. Rising Nepal is passing by in the background. You can see them, but Warhead is going to drop Dictator, Ironic and Nude, the only 2 players surviving for the side of Wolves. Can they make it? Ironic, he was knocked down. He's going to take a lot of damage, and Prototype is going to take him out from the side of 5 nonetheless. A kill being stolen. Now, Wolves Nude, the only man left standing, is going to drop Warhead, who was quite close, but he has to be careful as well, because by now he should have realized that Hype, they are right next to them. And Ramos and Suraj, they are closing in.
KTM Ramos for the win is closing in, as Wolves Nude is low on HP right now. Would like to pop up a first aid, but won't be given a chance as Akshay takes down Wolves and the first team to get eliminated out there. But Suraj is so low on health right now. He has been spotted on the other directions. KTM Akshay trying to move forward. He spotted the opponent in that direction and just sprayed on him. That is incredible. Suraj, he needs to pop up a first aid. Does he not have it, or is he trying to go for it? That's going to be one of the questions, but then Warhead needs a revival, and I think he will be getting a revival as we are talking. Akshay has an 8 time scope on his Carbiner 98K. Obviously, that's going to create a havoc when it comes to ridges and all those areas. But Jyanmaara, will they go for the drop as Sony is slowly and steadily trying to go for it? But Rated Sir is out there, Shifu Sir is out there, Hyperleon takes a fight against Rising Nepal's Shivan Crazy, drops him down, finishes him up. The Scar L is going really, really good right now. Rivals Divine, on the other hand, really close to the other players as well. And Dalion, he is doing some incredible work, popping out some heads. And Alex Whitey, can he spot him? A grenade. Will this grenade travel the distance? Will it go for that? Kobe goes for it, but will it actually create some havoc? That's one thing that we'll have to see. We Cash Gole, Reaper, and Lake are just, look at this thing. They are at the edge of the circle. This is a gamble. Maybe the circles, the next circle favor them. Maybe it won't. So they'll have to see their rotations, because this is the fourth circle, and while they are just sitting out here, their opponents are just trying to find a safer spot. And if they they are late in their rotations, their opponent will be popping out their heads.
Yeah, the opponents are definitely going to be aiming for the heads, but now the person aiming is Lake OP on the squads of 5. Knight just trying to connect those shots with the M16, but missing everything on point. Okay, talking about Junkyard, this reminds me of the game that Elementrix finished second in. They were on Junkyard, they had the high ground, but going for a 2-2 split in the last situation.
Okay, Elementrix
game, but this time talking about Elementrix, Mr. Yuzu and Pupu Man, they were knocked down earlier. This is going to be interesting, but once again, coming back to Nepali Ho Ni, Rising Nepal and Hype, they are right behind each other. Those two squads just rotating together. But on the other side, KTM turning towards DC, and Vibe Zarad is going to be dropped as well. INES, they are looking to contest the position from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. But once again, you have to be careful because Vibes was behind them. This fight is happening in quite of an open area. The ridges are there for cover, but if you are focusing towards Nepali Ho Ni, who are on the low ground in Junkyard, and if Vibes actually charge in on you from behind, you are going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to be a bit of a game change, and a big game changer. And Rising Nepal trying to take up the fight out here against NH, and as Rising Nepal's players are going down, Evil Eye takes on Alex Whitey. Can the kill be stolen? That's going to be one of the things. What goes on with the Rosa on 7C Master Whitey? We'll have to see what happens and how it changes the pace of the game, as Evil Eye is trying to spot some players as well. Lake OP, if you can see in the left hand side, he can be easily spotted, but he's trying to steal a kill out there. Can he steal the kill of Alex Whitey? That's going to be something, and yes, he does. In an incredible way, Lake OP has one kill for the team as well. And Elementrix Pupu Man, if they can spot the Vibes Red Eye, that's going to be something. And KTM Stores, he is still on that low HP right now. It's been 2 or 3 circles. He's still on that low HP.
Oh man, how is this man still alive in this game? But look at this Elementrix, they could be in trouble at any given second. Yes, they are closing the distance from the Ray, and Vibes is right in front of them. This one Ridge actually predicted Elementrix for so long, but DC Atom being taken out by the Blues.
Play zone is coming in handy right now.
Vibes Zarad, he moved in the wrong direction. He moved in towards the players from the side of KTM. Who are they going to engage on them? But Hype Gurkha is going to take out Prerak from the side of Rising Nepal, and that is going to be it for that squad. Look at this. Zarad, the Molotov being thrown, the grenade coming in from Ramos is going to take him out. Atom on the other side is going to be taken out by the Blue Zone, and KTM, they have pretty much secured their position. But Brave, oh boy.
But Brave has an MK14 and a Scarl, and he's just popping out people with that, and KSFT with that AKM. And it's Gole takes on DC OP. Gole with his own vehicle.
Oh,
why did just that
still
happen?
Gets the kill after.
Yeah. I mean, how did that happen? And the teams are getting eliminated out here because this is the 5th circle. It is in Junkyard zone is always a bad zone if it comes to the fight, and that's one thing that is happening. The zone has shifted from Junkyard. Jyanmaara is inside the circle. TDP is inside the circle. Mr. Yuzu gets out there, and I think that might be the end of Elementrix as well, but there is still one player left from Elementrix, and INES Putra, this MK14 with a red dot is what he is using right now. That's something incredible. Can he actually make the maximize his usage out of it? And Rivals has been spotted out there. Hype is really looking good with 4 kills, but the car is not, as the vehicle is not at all moving out there.
It is stuck.
Oh,
SK taking some shots from the side of, where was that from? I think from the players from the side of TDP, and they are going to be in a bit of trouble on the other side. Rivals, they are going in as well. And Hype, once again, SK trying to take out that guy.
He's not reloading his gun. Why? 17 bullets in 1 and 11 7 bullets in the other gun. He should be reloading them right now, as yes, now he does it. Good call.
Good call. I think even he realized that quite a bit late. But Hype slowly and steadily moving towards the side of TDP. Is this fight going to happen? The nade from rival Noob is going to drop. Red Eye Knight being taken out as well with that Scar, L and KTM. They are going to turn and take away the kill on Red Eye. Player Zone taking down KS Synox, and KS Axe once again being eliminated from this game quite early on. Miramar.
Oh, there goes the nade.
Oh, he just jumped and died. And I mean, see, one thing.
Yeah.
The team that was doing really good in the previous game, they are falling short once again. And that was one thing. High prototype, he cannot be saved out in this as TDP Puffy. Oh, and it's Ngoli. Puffy was trying to steal the kill, but he could not. And Ngoli gets his kill right now. And Hype is back with 3 players. And they are looking really bad. One thing about Hype is when they start falling, they just fall short of each and everything. Vibes gets eliminated on 12th position as we are talking. And it's Vcash goes down by Rivals near. And Vibes Knight obviously getting eliminated out there for his team. And the Rivals gets that kill. Team 7C with just 1 player remaining. Deadeyes Guys with one player remaining. KTM Rage with 1 player remaining. Which team will be the next one to get eliminated? The answer is right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. KTM Rage goes on. And look at that! What just happened out there? Goalie gets eliminated by Hype SK4. The vehicle gets a blast out there.
Yeah.
Happy Diwali. DE Reddit's out there, pops out one more head, and Lakhe OP, he's really close to Rivals players. And will it be? Yes, it will be. A player down by Rivals Noob. I mean, fights are happening in an incredible pace out in Miramar.
Yeah, Deadeye Guy is being eliminated from the game, and Poo Poo Man from the side of Elementrix is the only man left standing. Puffy is going to spot out yet another one, and Nepali Ho Ni are going to be eliminated on the 9th position. Once again, Rivals, they have been knocking down a lot of players, but still, they do not have the kills for them yet. INES, they are going to be in a bit of trouble. Evil Eye and Tear are looking to rotate in towards the zone, but Jyanmaara right now have a really good position in that compound. Poo Poo Man is right behind them, so he can actually create a backstab for Jyanmaara if they get distracted by the players that are closing in towards them. Right now, that is going to be Hype making it in to the play zone. But they have to be careful.
They have to be more than careful. There's a team on their right, there's a team on their left. SK49 takes on Rivals Noob. This guy has 2 kills right now, 6 kills for the whole team. But then, can he make his 3rd kill confirmation as he has spotted the players? He has taken one of them down, but the other one is giving up a revive. Can he actually move forward? Because moving forward is important, as just in less than 10 seconds, the next circle is going to commence. 6th circle out there, making it 7 for the next circle. INES moving in forward. They are going to be contested by Hype as Gurkha actually spots them. Will he try to go for some sprays? Yes, but then a headshot comes in and Dalion goes on by TDP Puppy on the other end. SK49 takes on Rival Slayer. Obviously, that was incredible. We'll have to see what happens out in all those fights.
Yeah, TDP Saga is going to drop, but from the side of INES, and Team Hype has been taken out of this game. What just happened? TX Demon with that nade is going to finish off, but Brave as well. INES, they are in trouble. They are going to be in a lot of trouble. TDP on top, working hard for his team. Team Xtreme are in trouble. Captain was dropped earlier, but Demon is quite close, and Niku is far behind, so he can actually come in for the revive for his team. But the smoke being there is just going to give him some protection. It is going to dissipate. So look at this. 7C Hades, he is being really patient. Niku is going to be dropped as well by TDP Puppy. Standing for the team. Rival Slayer, he is trying to take on the squad that was coming in towards him. JM, but he has to be careful. Puffy taking a lot of damage. Is going to be dropped to 50% health. On top is going to take out Demon once again being knocked, and Rival Slayer.
That was kind of bad for Slayer, but I think he should be getting a revive. No play will be finished by INES. Actually, that was a kill given. That should not happen in that situation. I mean, Rival was started playing 3-man, and now they are left to 2 people. As Jyanmaara is also trying to see some other players. If they just spot them, they are in a really good position. So is TDP, as TDP's players are fairly distributed, and they are ready for a fight. Poo Poo Man is so low on health, but can he just make it? One kill as Niku is fully out. And Poo Poo Man has been spotted by on top, and that was the end of Elementrix, and Niku will also be taken down. I mean, the kill was for Elementrix, but it goes on TDP's hand, and on top was exactly looking in the right direction, but obviously the smoke did not help him, and out there Jyanmaara has also been spotted by this player. This player has an incredible spotting skills, to be honest.
Yeah, incredible
तर
spotting
उनीहरू बोलेको
skills,
हेर
and he
हल्का
has
कमेडी
mechanics
लाग्छ
and they
मलाई
aim to
हल्का
prove it as well. On the other side,
Oh.
spots two
Oh,
more.
Captain
Captain
down
and
गर्न
Demon being spotted behind that one. They are going to be
Scoping
shot at,
गरेर
but
हान्ने।
Sony
Okay.
with that nade
On
is
top
going to
ले
make sure
चाहिँ
that
7C को
INES is
हल्दै
not
अझै
part
स्पोर्ट
of the
गरेको
top
छैन।
Has
five.
spotted
7C को हल्दै
everyone,
चाहिँ
but
राइट
not
पट्टि छ
7C. Hades that is on his right.
Yeah.
Can he just spot him? Because that is going to be a bit of
पाँचवटा
trouble
teams
for
13
TDP
जना
if he
बाँकी।
does not do it. Jyanmaara, on the other hand, going for some throwables as they need those smokes right now. Jyanmaara moving in forward for TX. Can that be their fight? As TX
Okay,
is looking
Jyanmaara
forward to
ले
take an
चाहिँ
incredible
TX
fight. 2 players versus 4
सम्भावना।
players. That is what is happening out there. Captain and Demon as Chala, Gunner and Wong are moving in forward.
Okay,
This
Chala ले
grenade,
net
can
हान्ने
it do
प्रयास।
some damage? I think it
Okay,
will
net-
if it just pops on them
नेटमा
as
Captain down
Captain is
हुनुहुन्छ।
moving
Okay,
forward.
Captain
Grenade
अगाडि
pops in
आइसक्यो।
and he has been spotted. Captain
Captain
goes
यहाँ
down
down।
out there, and this is going to be an incredible fight. But still, Utsaga is moving forward, and Captain has been taken out, and this was the end. As TX even just with 1 HP takes down 1, takes down 2. That is incredible.
Oh,
But Team
यसको साथै TX पनि
Xtreme
white।
goes out of the fight. That was an incredible, almost save by him. And 7C is taken down. TDP Puffy, TDP on top. No one looked at him. Now he's
Okay,
ready for a fight.
this is
He's
down
outside
there.
the
Okay,
circle.
this
Does
like
not
Prahar.
care about it. Doku, one survivor out there. Utsaga on the other, and can he take this fight? As 7C Hades has to move inside the circle as well. 0-0. That is the time. 7 circle, and he has to get in. Takes the circle, zone damage, and takes on Doku.
What?
Utsaga with 1 HP. Okay, Hades has been done for, but that was a brilliant effort by this guy.
Yeah, that was actually really incredible. He dropped the last player so low, even knocked him down. But a 1v3 play coming in, that was incredible from 7C80s. TDP, who had this game in their control, are gonna be in a really bad
it's
situation.
Jyanmaara,
Rivals and
TDP
Jyanmaara are
and
trying to
Rivals,
fight
so
this
it
one
looks
out.
like it's gonna
Noob
be
being taken down.
Jyanmaara's.
Jyanmaara to Chala. He is gonna be in
Okay,
trouble.
Usagala
Chala
is
being spotted out,
Usagala
is gonna be
down,
knocked out
down,
as
down.
well.
Okay, 3 teams remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 people alive out here.
Jyanmaara ko
Jyanmaara
Wang down.
with their 4 players.
Easy
1
revive.
bleeding out. He should be getting a revival. TDP surviving out there. Doku, and on top needs a revival. And
Rivals to
Rivals
divine
is
मात्र बाँकी।
divine. Rivals wants to make their way into the game. TDP wants chicken dinner. Jyanmaara wants it, but won't be getting it as TDP
Oh,
gets
so that
eliminated by a
wiped.
grenade from Rivals.
1v4
1v4, a solo versus squad situation for Rivals is divine.
I think
Players
Jyanmaara ले चाहिँ
have
spot
split
गरिसकेको
up,
छन् Divine लाई
and
यहाँ
Sony
प्रार
is rotating from one
Okay,
direction
यहाँ
to
Divine ले
the
चाहिँ प्रार
location,
गरिसकेको
and
टाढा
he will be
ओहो
taken
रहेछ
down
साथै
in an incredible way. Rivals
Jeez.
gets eliminated on the
Yeah.
second position,
This is
and
well.
Jyanmaara.
Jyanmaara.
I mean, this team with all 4 players remaining has a chicken dinner.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance and a really patientful play coming in from their side. On the other side, Rivals also played an incredible game. Started out with 3
Yeah.
players and actually made it into the top 2.
Hashtag
TDP, just a little bit. I won't call that misplay because 7C Hades, he was actually really
1
smart.
HP, 3 players.
Yeah, that guy did not move at all, did not fire a single bullet, and no one actually expected him to be there. But still coming out, getting those 2 knocks, finishing one of them off, and then taking down the other player as well. That was just incredible from
That
the man.
house was kind of half inside the blue circle, half
Yeah, he
outside the
was-
blue circle.
yeah.
That's why no one actually spotted him. They were like, that house is kind of at the blue zone. Why would
Reasonable I am
someone
a
be there?
Exactly.
DI
And then
पछि
pops out one person. He's like, surprise!
Welcome,
One
Asian
down,
boy.
2
That
down.
was a 200 IQ play. That was a 200 IQ play.
That was incredible. I mean, that was more than anything. And
Yeah.
he took down 3 players. He was outside the circle, taking the zone damage as well. Still managed to take down Doku.
Yeah, and once again, closing combats just working out for them. On the other side, as you actually predicted, Junkyard ended up being the demise for the side of Nepali Ho Ni as well, because rotating out of there was difficult from the start. They were right on the edge of the zone, right at the edge of the circle, and when the next circle would form, if it wasn't on Junkyard, then they would have to run up the hill. And going up the hill is going to be pretty hard, especially when there are like 4 squads
China
present
ho,
already
China.
fighting.
And this game could have been Rivals' game. The place where they went short was, if you remember Rivals' Slayer, he was driving a vehicle,
Yeah.
got knocked out by his own vehicle,
Yeah.
and someone else stole his skill. I mean, the team started with 3 men. But if that thing would not have happened, then that player might have been
Enable the
alive, or
Alcon
if
country
anything, would have been
Mazhar
giving
Bani
an adequate firepower to take out more kills. Rivals has 6 kills right now, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong or right something, but still, those that amount of kills was a lot to take the team, fighting when the final team, Jyanmaara, was rushing at them.
Yeah, and once again, okay, Rising Nepal, wherein they dropped along with 7C towards the
Last एउटा match बाँकी छ हैन
extreme
र?
southwestern side of the map, and then rotating in towards the basically the Middle
Yeah.
Eastern side. That was actually a really long rotation coming in from both those teams, and you saw them sort of prioritize the zones instead of actually fighting and racking up the kills. So that actually might have cost them a couple of points, especially the side of Rising Nepal, who actually got eliminated quite early on. But once again, sitting on the first position, I'll come back to this point as well. In the group stages, Rising Nepal not doing too strong. They were there middle of the tier performance, but this time, as soon as the semi-finals started, the first day in itself, they just blew everyone's mind. And the performance, the style of gameplay that they brought in, it was incredible. But from there on out, again, still yesterday and today as well, the performance is sort of shaky.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. Rising Nepal, INES, two teams. They have been in that shaky performance. They have the capability of doing good. That's why they are at the top. But still, I don't know if the synergy is changing or what is changing, or maybe the teams that are on the down area, they are picking up in a really good spot. That might be one of the things. And then there's always one player who's at an incredible spot. That is the MVP, the most valuable player. So let's actually have a look at who is the MVP for this team. As two players had 3 kills, if I'm not wrong, but Shonim with an incredible damage strat. 756 is out there with the MVP spot. 2456 is the survival time, and 5.25 kilometers is his distance covered. I mean, those 3 kills were really good.
Yeah, they were really good. But talking about good stuff, let's have a look at the game standings and see how teams are doing, where they are right now. Jyanmaara sitting on the first position. Rivals X, they are going to be third. Second, Trust D Process, they are going to be third. INES, they are taking the 4th spot for themselves. And once again, Hype making it into the top 5. That is once again just an incredible play coming from
Hype has 4 placement points, but then the kill points is one thing that actually is taking them up. Team 7C, 8 points for the placement, but then 2 kills. I mean, this is he could have made more points. Hades, he could have actually, if he had time, he could have eliminated the whole TDP. Just Utsarga was the one player that was left. And Nepali Ho Ni is out there on 8 with Team Xtreme on 7. But then the bottom table, Rising Nepal is still out here. That is looking good.
Look at Elementrix. They had 5 placement points, just 1 kill point. That sort of dropped them really low.
He won it. 1 placement point and 5 kill points. Look at, do you see the graph out there?
Kills get priority. They are going to be on the 9th, but moving on, let's have a look at the overall standings as well and see as to how this game standing actually affect where the teams are right now.
1 point for INES and drops them to 1st position. The difference overall was before the previous game they had 12-point difference. Now INES has 13 points, 14 points sorry in this game, and, 14 points more than Rising Nepal, and that just drops them to a 139 and 138 for Rising Nepal. Xtreme is out there. They are unfazed if a team does good or bad. Nepali Ho Ni is making up a comeback, but still, Team Hype, for the first time we are seeing them in the top 7 scenario right now. That's a good start
for them. But another interesting thing, look at PN Gaming. Still have 8 games on them. Still sitting on the 5th position quite comfortably, and
not playing but still sitting there.
Not playing, still being there just says a lot about how this team performs.
But just after 1 game, the next game, if the team gets 1 or 2 points, PN Gaming won't be from 5th, they are going to drop to a 9th or 10th position or something.
Definitely going to happen. But with PN Gaming actually continue that form, they are going to be able to make it towards the final. Moving on to the next 8, we have Rivals X on the 9th, Team 7C on the 10th, R3D Devils on the 11th, Trust D Process on the 12th, 1971 Gladiators on the 13th, Elementrix on the 14th, Damn Classy, they are going to be 15th, and Wolves Den is going to be 16th. And now let's have a look at the danger zone as per se. T2K on the 17th, KTM Rage on the 18th, Salty Squad on the 19th, KSX still not making it into the top 16, are going to be on the 20th position. Ultimate Bang is going to be the 21st, Vibes is going to be the 22nd, Team Pyro, they are going to be the 23rd, and A1 Esports are going to be the 24th.
A1 Esports, I mean, they are at a bad spot right now. It's the high time that they need to think what bad has been done to them. I mean, this team had an incredible run when it came to the qualifiers, and right now they are struggling to survive, and that is a bad thing for the team right now. They'll have to maybe after the day of today is over, they'll just go back to the drawing board and would like to see the mistakes and all.
A1 Esports, they are going to be coming back tomorrow, so we have to see if tomorrow they start picking up the pace and they start carrying themselves up into the top 16.
Right now, considering today's last game, they just have 5 matches left, and those 5 matches are the 5 matches from in which they have to come from 24th to 16, while all other teams are trying to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those days you just have to rely on other people to make mistakes and mess up. But if you're already sitting at the bottom, no matter how many mistakes they make there, you're still pretty much going to be there because they are still at least getting 1 point above you. So we'll be back after a short break with the last game for Erangel. You guys stay tuned and keep watching.
आज खेलेकोहरूको 5वटा गेम बाँकी नै छ अनि त्यसपछि अरू नखेलेकोहरूको चाहिँ अझै 8वटा बाँकी 15 मिनट हुने त अहिले त 8 मिनटको ब्रेक पो रहेछ त Guys, कसैलाई रेड हान्यो
Even takes down
64 जना रहेछ भने
CJ sir. We haven't seen CJ sir yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen his performance yet, so this could be one of the wild factors, one of the wild cards.
The guy has not played that much of matches, if
anything. He can be the surprise element coming in from everyone else, but on the other
seem to get eliminated out here, but look at Suraj. Suraj is so low on health right now. He has been spotted on the other direction. KTM Akshay trying to move forward. He spotted the opponent in that direction and just sprayed on him. That is incredible. Suraj, he needs to pop up a first hit. Does he not have it, or is he trying to go for it? That's going to be one of the questions, but then Warhead needs a revival, and I think he will be getting a revival as we are talking. Akshay has an 8-time scope on his Carbiner 98K. Obviously, that's going to create a havoc when it comes to ridges and all those areas, but Jyanmaara, will they go for the drop as Sonim is slowly and steadily trying to go for it, but Rated Sir is out there, Shifu Sir is out there, Hyperleon takes a fight against Rising Nepal's Shivan Crazy, drops him down, finishes him up. The Scar L is going really good right now. Rivals Divine on the other hand really close to the other players as well, and Dalion, he is doing some incredible work, popping out some heads. And Alex Whitey, can he spot him? A grenade. Will this grenade travel the distance? Will it go for that? Kobe goes for it, but will it actually create some havoc? That's one thing that we'll have to see. We Cash Gole, Reaper, and Lake are just, look at this thing. They are at the edge of the circle. This is a gamble. Maybe the circles, the next circle favor them, maybe it won't. So they'll have to see their rotations, because this is the fourth circle, and while they are just sitting out here, their opponents are just trying to find a safer spot, and if they they are late in their rotations, their opponent will be popping out their heads.
Yeah, the opponents are definitely going to be aiming for the heads, but now the person aiming is Lake OB on the squad of 5. Knight just trying to connect those shots with the M16, but missing everything on point. Okay, talking about Junkyard, this reminds me of the game that Elementrix finished second in. They were on Junkyard, they had the high ground, but going for a 2-2 split in the last situation costed them that game. But this time, talking about Elementrix, Mr. Yozu and Poo Man, they were knocked down earlier. This is going to be interesting, but once again, coming back to Nepali Ho Ni, Rising Nepal and Hype, they are right behind each other. Those two squads just rotating together. But on the other side, KTM turning towards DC, and Vibe Zarad is going to be dropped as well. INES, they are looking to contest the position from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. But once again, you have to be careful because Vibes was behind them. This fight is happening in quite of an open area. The ridges are there for cover, but if you are focusing towards Nepali Ho Ni, who are on the low ground in Junkyard, and if Vibes actually charge in on you from behind, you are going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to be a bit of a game change, and a big game changer if anything. And Rising Nepal take up the fight out there against NH, and as Rising Nepal's players are going down, Evil Eye takes out that's going to be one of the things. Wadu Sir goes on with the Groza on 7C Master.
Participant को लागि के गर्नुपर्छ यसमा चाहिँ PMCO मा पहिला रजिस्टर गरेर क्वालिफाइज
That was
खेलेर
doing really good in the previous game. They are falling short once again, and that was one thing. High prototype, he cannot be saved out in this as TDP Puffy.
डाइरेक्ट लास्ट तिर जामै साइल थापा प्रोले चाहिँ गुगल युज गर्नु भएको
exactly look in the right direction, but obviously the smoke did not help
हाटे
him,
दैन
and
आर्गुमेन्टेसन
out there
त्यसै हल्का
Jyanmaara has also
मिल्दैन
been spotted by this player. has an incredible spotting skills, to be honest.
Yeah, incredible spotting skills, and he has the mechanics and the aim to prove it as well. On the other side, spots two more. Captain and Demon being spotted behind that van. They are going to be shot at, but Soneem with that nade is going to make sure that INES is not part of the top 5.
He has spotted everyone, but not 7C. Hades, that is on his right. Can he just spot him? Because that is going to be a bit of trouble for TDP if he does not do it. Jyanmaara, on the other hand, going for some throwables as they need those smokes right now. Jyanmaara moving in forward for TX. Can that be their fight? As TX is looking forward to take an incredible fight. 2 players versus 4 players. That is what is happening out there. Captain and Demon. As Suchala moving forward. This grenade, can it do some damage? I think it will if it just pops on them as Captain is moving forward. Grenade pops in and he has been spotted. Captain goes down out there, and this is going to be an incredible fight, but still Utsaga is moving forward and Captain has been taken out, and this was the end as TX Demon just with 1 HP takes down 1, takes down 2. That is incredible, but Team Xtreme goes out of the fight. That was an incredible, almost save by him. And 7C is taken down TDP Puffy. TDP on top. No one looked at him. Now he's ready for a fight. He's outside the circle. Does not care about it. Doku, one survivor out there. Utsaga on the other. And can he take this fight as 7C Hades has to move inside the circle as well. 0 by 0. That is the time. 7 circle. And he has to get in. Takes the circle. Zone damage. And takes down another. Doku. Utsaga with 1 HP. Okay, Hades has been done for. But that was a brilliant effort by this guy.
Yeah, that was actually really incredible. He dropped the last player so low, even knocked him down, but a 1v3 play coming in, that was incredible from 7.
8 people alive out here. Jyanmaara, there are 4 players, 1 bleeding out. He should be TDP surviving out there. Doku, and on top needs a revival, and Rivals is divine. Rivals TDP wants chicken dinner. Jyanmaara wants it, but won't be getting it as TDP gets eliminated by a grenade from Rivals. 1v4, a solo versus squad situation for Rivals is divine. Players have split up, and Sonim is rotating from one direction. They know the location, and he will be taken down in an incredible way. Rivals gets eliminated.
मुलाहरूको स्क्याम हान्छ यार. अहिले पनि 8 मिनेट उस गरेको थियो, अहिले फेरि 7 मिनेट. कि त पहिल्यै 15 मिनेट राख्नुपर्छ. अहिले चाहिँ 8 मिनेट देखाएर उस गर्यो, काउन्टडाउन सकिन लागेपछि फेरि 8 मिनेट अरे. बिग शाउट आउट टु अनिस भाइ. स्क्याम हानेछ कि यिनीहरूले स्टार्ट भएको छ. बुडो खेल्ने भन्यो त्यस्तो हो. हराउन मन लागेन क्या मलाई. ओहो प्यान भाइ, वाह कसो यो स्यातनको मैले कमेन्ट हेर्न स्ट्रिमहरूमा देखिरहेको हुन्छ, खालि नेगेटिभ टाइपले मात्र कमेन्ट हाने हुन्छ यो मान्छे. पनि यो स्ट्रिममा पनि अरे भाइ उनीहरूको राम्रो भएछ त. चिकन डिनर हान्यो. अब 4वटा म्याच अझै बाँकी, 5वटा म्याच अझै बाँकी छ. इरेङ्गलको म्याच हुन लागेको छ. अब दे आर डुइङ गुड. सेमी फाइनल्स सकेसम्म सबै नेपाली टिम्स टप 16 मै नेपाली टिम्सहरू पुगेको छ नि. के अरे 2टा बङ्गलादेशी त सियो रुस भएर बसिसक्यो क्या. अड्डा जमाएर बस्या. सेकेन्ड र थर्ड कसले जित्यो? सेकेन्ड जित्यो नेपाली होनीले, थर्ड जित्यो ज्यानमाराले. Because I'm set. Hills of time welcoming is it. कोले सुनेको थियो गीत यार कता हो बस्ने किशोर म पोखराको त्यो बिन्दवासिनी मन्दिर भन्नेको भित्रपट्टि एउटा सानो गाउँ बस्ती छ त्यहाँ हो खासै चिन्दैनन् हो बिन्दवासिनी मन्दिर चाहिँ चिन्छन् होला धेरैले प्रेम मन्दिर वरिपरि ए मुला प्यानमा के गरेछ अहम रे ओके अरे प्लिज सर्ट आउट फर मी है सर्ट आउट चाँडै लाइक मन्दिरभित्र गाउँ होइन हाउ मन्दिरको एरियाभित्र भने हाउ दुईजना हाउ के साह्रो हाउ ए मिरुवा होइन मिरुवा त उता पछाडिपट्टि पर्यो नि त लाइक उता मिरुवाको पछाडिपट्टि होइन मिरुवा जाने त उता उल्टो बाटो पर्यो त्यो हाइवेतिर होइन कि यता के भन्छ अब त्यसलाई नयाँ गल्ली र बिन्दवासिनी मन्दिरको बिचमा होइन नयाँ गल्ली बिचमा खै खालि स्प्याम मात्र हान्छ म उसलाई टाइमबाटै हानिदिन्छु एकचोटि
मैले हानिदिएको हो अघि
छिमेकी रहेछ रे होइन होला कहाँको हो र आफू भैरव टोलतिर गयो कि हो कि नदीपुर हो पोटेटो हेलो वो भाई कस्तो गाह्रो नाम यार मेजिक्स गेमिङ
यो अनिस मगर यो अनिस भन्ने सेम हो जस्तो लाग्छ नि मलाई कता कता
बगर एरिया ए
उस्तो घरबाट
नजिकै रहेछ त रे भनेपछि अधिकारी टोल भन्ने चिन्छ होला नि ला मैले त ठाउँको नामै भनिदिएँ नमुर पोखराको कता बस्नुहुन्छ रे नमुर बुझ नमुर अझै 1 मिनट बाँकी छ हो गाइज एनीवन फ्रम गुल्मी अरे गुल्मीमा मेरो ठुलो बुवाहरू हुनुहुन्छ ठुलो बुवा नि भन्नु साइला बाबा तर एक्ज्याक्टली कहाँ हो चाहिँ थाहा छैन मलाई
म भीमसेन्टोल पोखराको भीमसेन्टोल
यो छिमेकी हवलदार रे अरे होइन यार पहिला कहाँको हो भन न
सेरिना फर्स्ट गेम चाहिँ एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले जित्यो सेकेन्ड म्याच नेपाली होनीले थर्ड म्याच ज्यानमाराले ल एनीवन फ्रम
एमजे आशिक पो हो केही गर्दा लुडा हान्नु नान्ना हान्नु अब स्टार्ट हुन लाग्यो
लुडो नहान्ने भाइ अब
लास्ट गेम बाँकी छ
लास्ट त वाइफी
भन्ना आज यो मान्छेको उस कोरोना भाइरस सकिएछ
नहोला न स्टार्ट हुन्छ फेरि
Hello everyone and welcome back. We are going to be jumping into the last game for the day being played on Erangel, and this is Ocean Sharma trying to be Warren Super Johnny John. And what are you doing, man?
I was trying to go for
पोखराको
it,
भन्दाखेरि मैले है त्यो भीमसेन्टल नाम याद छ थाहा छ मलाई त्यो भीमसेन्टलको भने अब एनीवन फ्रम बुटोल रे
from shooting range to Lipovka, like
स्टार्ट भइहाल्यो नि मैले
like to go to Zag. We'll see if I was actually going in that area or not, as now is
या बुटबल अरे बुटल गरेर बुटल मेरो पछि यस्तो छ कि हाम्रो चाहिँ हैन लाइक हाम्रो फ्यामिलीहरु चाहिँ जता छरिएका छन् बुटलमा मेरो ठुलो बुवा हैसिन्छ अनि केटीएममा दाजुहरु बसिन्छ चितवनमा ठुलो मम्मी हैसिन्छ पर्वततिर अब गाउँ भइहाल्यो गाचोकतिर घर भइहाल्यो पोखरा अब आफ्नै उस भइगयो
Elementrix is coming towards him.
Oh, but KTM
बुल्मीमा अर्को मामा इन्डियामा पनि अर्को मामा
NHN actually overshoot it and
मुर्गिया मुर्गिया मेरो मामा घर हो आन्टीको घर हो
decide them to either move to Ghatka or try and go for a longer rotation.
मेरो नि आन्टीको घर हो मुर्गिया
Team that's not going to be happy with this trajectory is definitely going to be Elementrix.
त्यसै हो नि मलाई थाहा छैन नामहरु केही थाहा छैन
But once again, things being changed by Nepali Ho Ni, that can actually change
के रे बुटोलमा 0 मिटर है
the
के
way
भन्छ
this
हैन
game actually goes, because they always go towards that Kamishki style.
हो त्यस्तै त्यता कता पट्टिबाट हो के
Look at the circle. Look at that circle. I mean,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Just happened.
RNG.
केटीएममा निखिल भाइ छ एक्ज्याक्टली
The game.
मुर्गिया चाहिँ मेरो आन्टीको घर हो मुर्गियाबाट अलि भित्र चाहिँ रनेउरा भन्ने छ रनेउरा भन्नेमा चाहिँ मेरो मामा घर हो
यो भोसीलाई बेकार मैले त भनिन्छ हौ फेरि नाखुस गर्न थाल्यो
He brings up a car for his team, obviously doing the good work out
0
there,
meter?
but then he can be spotted easily as now Bulls.
अमेरिकामा मेरो बहिनी छ
I'll tell you one thing. The houses where Gole and Lakhe is, that is known as front six, because there are 6 houses in the 2 split section.
Yeah.
The player where Reaper is, that is known as deep six. And talking about fights, Wolves, I mean, we were not talking about fights, but then
ओ नेपाली हो नि वुल्स को फाइट अर्ली फाइट भइसक्यो लास्ट म्याचमा लेट्स सी वुल्स लाई चाहिँ प्ले आउट गर्दिदा हुन्छ
Ironic, Newt, and 6-9 are the players left. We'll have to see what happens, as Reaper can actually give an adequate cover to
मिस सुन्दरी फर्स्ट म्याच एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले सेकेन्ड म्याच नेपाली हुनेले थर्ड म्याच ज्यानमाराले
and can take other players as well, as Newt is going for revival of Dictator. I don't think so.
तिमीले अंकुरलाई चिन्छौ अंकुर
But then
मल्ल
there's one more squad ready for a fight. That is KTM squad.
Ankur,
As KTM is looking in
Kurla no
forward,
मलाई यार
the
अहिले
holographic side in and the smokes have been dropped. Players don't have helmet vest. Some players from Wolves side, but then still they are ready for
मेरो
a fight.
खुट्टा निदा यार बस्दा
Soros, on
बस्दा
the other hand, is ready for a fight for himself as well. And Gole, he wants to move forward.
मैले
He does not want to
बताउने
give up
अरे
his
आज
opponents.
स्क्याम
He wants those kills, as it is more than important for the team right now.
Yeah, that is going to be important, but Dictator, he is quite low. He has to be careful. On the other side, Ironic, he could get collapsed upon by the players from Nepali.
Oh,
Honi,
your
and
last
one of the
match
thing- one of the
Yep, this is the
interesting
last
things
one.
we were expecting KTM to be the team that Nepali Honi were going to land with.
मेरो
Wolves
साइडको
started
भाइको
in a lot of
है
trouble
ल
once again. Vcash just landing those
ल
shots.
तिम्रो
Ironic
नाम के हो
being
र
up to 50% health. And in these early stages, you will not have enough healing, as we see 5 bandages, just 1 energy drink. How much can you actually pull off with that?
केटा हो
That
छिमेकी
if the
काण्ड
fight
आउने भयो
happens, if you go down, you aren't going
के
to
रे
be
सेम
healthy
ठाउँमा
afterwards.
बस्नेले नचिनेको
Six
मान्छे
hours
अहिले
of
यति
bowling,
थाहा छ।
yeah.
जे नेपालमा आएर भेट भयो
भाइ हो मेरो
And New takes on Vcash. I mean, the fight that NHN started, they are pretty much in a bad spot right now. New 10-6-9, look at them moving. Dictator has been fought by Reaper OP. He has been taken on alongside one more player. Dictator also falls down. It's a 2v2 situation right now, as Newt is moving forward just to confirm the kills that they have dropped out. And he spots one player, obviously, bye-bye.
Oh, bhai,
And the second
knock
one
and
is
finish
on
on
the
the
other
day.
side of the building. But right now, the pressure has been put up on Nepali Ho Ni, but Lakhe knows a grenade
Okay,
is
Lakhe
been
will
coming
need
out
on the
there.
press.
He has popped up a grenade, a smoke from Bulls Newt side. Can he actually go for it? I don't think so, but the grenade on the upper edge obviously is not going to do any damage as of now. A smoke on the lower direction, that is really good
Huh?
strategy by Bulls,
Maima?
as they are trying to as they are trying to confuse NHN's players.
Really?
Bcash is still can be revived, but then Lakhe and Reaper will
तो
have to
मेरो
be on
बर्थडे
their
आउँछ
toes to take up
पहिला
the fight.
13
And
बर्थडे
Dictator, as he has been revived for the second time in this fight by 6-9.
अँ मेरो भाइ हो के
Fight commences. Reaper, I think Reaper is moving backwards. That's like either it's a good
तिम्रो
strategy
नाम के हो
or
भने
it's a good flank
Oh,
when
like
it comes
this
from
one
his
then.
direction. But still, Newt is ready for a fight. Bcash can be spotted now by a Bulls Newt.
Yeah,
And if he
boy.
does, obviously he'll go for the second kill.
Yeah, we have to see if Reaper is actually going in for a longer flank, or is he trying to actually get away and be the sort of a backup for his team. Like if Lucky
तिमीको घरमा
is
गएर
left alive, then he will
टिप्यौ
play a
भोलि
survival game
मर्निङमा
for his
अरे
team. But now the
ओके
smoke coming in, Vcash, he is not going to be revived. He's not going to be getting that revive. He's just going to bleed out and die. Nude getting that kill for himself. But now Lucky, he's out in the open. The smoke is there for cover, but he needs to be fast.
अर्को PMCO मा चाहिँ ज्यानले कमेन्ट के हान्छ गाइस
on Nude can actually wreak havoc on him.
I mean, the 4 times scope that he had, obviously that's going to do something. And I see a buggy coming from near them. Which player is in that buggy? I think that might be 7C, if I'm not wrong. 7C was the one that dropped out to the George North area. But then
hello, I am live
as well. Meanwhile,
that's a perfect way to start a conversation in others live.
And he is trying to take a solo
emoji पनि हेर न हो
that are ready
माकाडक्स
with the gun battles out there. Lakhe is still surviving. He is prone up right now, ready to take up a fight. If Wolves try to move forward, Wolves Nude is on 75% HP, so is 6ix9ine, and so is Dictator. Dictator is on 50% HP, and look at this. The best thing is, teams have started giving their priority to the circle as teams are moving into the circle, and so many teams are inside the circle. Elementrix on the one side, they are thinking if it's a military zone, it will be there, and the other team's DE is on the other side.
I think यो उसमा चाहिँ फोकेले सब्स्क्राइब गर्ने नगर्ने कमै होला न.
I think the call has been given by Wolves as well.
So guys, if you haven't subscribed 4K Gaming, subscribe. Not only for the Joker Fest. He was the I think first streamer of Nepal भन्दा नि हुन्छ हो. I think he's the first streamer.
Backward for the car, the Darcy that is waiting, but will that be oh my god, barely survives it. But still, see, any survival is a good survival, be it by 1 HP or by 100 HP.
Yeah, exactly. You win a fight with 1 HP or you lose it by 1 HP. It's the winning that matters, and does not matter if you were sitting at 100 or just one afterwards. And Wolves, they are gonna look to get out of this entire situation, but the car is just gonna get stuck on that rock.
That was something
that
happens out there, and obviously they'll need to find a new car. And Ironic has it, but that car is
trouble the खोज्नै गयो हिँडे जस्तो छ बाहिर.
Obviously that car cannot be stuck. That gets stuck, then they'll be on their toes to move out there. And Rivals on the other hand, they
Lifong brotherलाई
inside the zone. INES on
एक घरको डिफरेन्स हो रे उसको र
they have a US out there,
अहिले कुरा गरिरहेको
we call it the level 1 US for some reason. We have a level 1 US for them. We'll have to see how, they just make up a move. And Rivals Divine was spotted by DE Shufusa with that M4 and a holographic sight. Noob is trying to make up a move as well, and DE in a safer spot. Obviously, on one edge of the bridge is DE,
hello,
on the other edge is
get
Elementrix. Which team is going to contest which? That is also going to be a bit of a question, to be honest.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a question, but the question so far is going to be what were Nepali Ho Ni thinking, changing their drop of location when the trajectory actually favored them for once.
Yeah.
On the other side, look at the other teams, Elementrix, they...
तिमी को हो र के दर्ता उस मान्छे हो सबले चिन्न
Rivals are
पर्ने
going to be caught out by Orange. He's going to get one drop. He is the car being blown up is going to provide
के के सबैले आएर पहिला ट्रबल म यो हो ल मलाई चिनिराख भन्नु पर्यो झै गरेर चिन्दिन
that's in front of him. On the other side, the players from the side of Rivals, Slayer is being spotted. The Molotov is just going to overshoot Orange, and he is going to get out of this entire situation close to Fairy Pier.
But still, he is trying to go to
दाइ फेयर मिटो गर्नु के का फेयर मिटो कस्तो फेयर मिटो म के हो र यार it is not the fan मैले के नै गरेछु र फ्यान हुनको लागि यार.
And Orange is also ready for a fight. Now it's the house fight. The house is the favor of Rivals Noob, and they are trying to spot the players. They are trying to shot the players if they can take any player down. But then Divine has also gotten a revive right now as Slayer gives him a revive. Pretty good team man. I think they are going to use that Dacia to move forward.
They sat in
the Dacia, and they'll try to rotate into another direction, or if not, they'll try to meet their teammates. That is really important. Mr.
Hello, guys.
He's a lone survivor in military base.
Yeah.
And Rising Nepal is coming to that area.
Zone कहाँ परेको होला?
Is going for a southern shift right now.
यो जन अब यता पर्ने कि उता पर्ने?
Actually, Orange and Pupuman, if they're actually looking to group up with their teammates, they have to be really careful about it, because there was one squad that was looking to camp at the bridge, and that is going to be tricky unless both Pupuman and Orange and Mr. Yuzu and Shagar, all four of them actually,
inspiration for what?
And surprising it as well, with the first airdrop coming in with the AUG and the extended map for the snipers.
And was this fight is still happening out here. I'm like,
ओहो नेपाली हुनेको दुईजना मात्र बाँकी रहेछ अरुको
the teams are
सबको
still
होल
fighting
स्क्वाड
each other, and NHN is left with 2 players. I mean, they are trying to wreak damage on the team of Wolves, but still, they are the one that are being forced out of a fight. And Wolves 6-9, and look at this, the Sholay bike once again coming in. And one best thing is that Wolves 6-9 has a he can just, you know, go all in with that bicycle.
हुन त अब इन्डियनहरुले
भनिदिनु
भनिदिनु भइहाल्यो नि हामीले त सोले बाइक भन्छ
But this is one thing about bike, you can only use SMGs in the back seat of the bike.
Yeah, quite tricky to play around that. But on the other side, one thing that I found hilarious was we were thinking they like I was thinking they were going for a chase on the players from Nepali. Oh,
boat versus boat.
What a fight coming in between DC and Hype.
DC the jump and
they just jump. Did Atom just jump and abandon ship? And the vehicle being blown up is gonna result in SteelX OP being taken out of this game. Are Hype, are they going to turn around and go for Atom? That is something that we have to see.
The important fact is, did they spot Atom out there? Because they, for them,
the rivals are
the ship has been blown. So all they know is all the players might have died. They think they might have been just one player in that. But look at rivals not taking up any ship right now. All they want and if they are going for it, they are going for it. This is a different strategy. I mean, how many times do you see players, you know, swimming in Erangel to find out if the zone is shifting out here? Imagine
Elementrix.
Just imagine.
Oh, that is actually going to be risky for these guys who are at the southernmost point, heading towards the southernmost point of the map. On the other side, the blue zone dishing out its chip damage,
gaming
namaste on
without
all these
why
players that are stuck in it. Saga, he's being chased by the players from the side of JM, and they have to be careful this time around, because as soon as he stops his car, he is going to be a dead man walking. But the distance being, they went in the other direction, so Starga, he is going to be pretty happy about that. But on the other side, now they are going to come in close. They are right parallel to each other. Saga, you need to head towards your team as fast as you can. Otherwise, the man is going to be in a hell of trouble.
We'll have to see what Wolves is still in a bad spot right now. Dictator and 6-9 are kind of on a low HP. Newt is out there. Ironic is on the good HP, but then they are being contested by KTM, and the circle is shifted. And I think the circle is a military circle, if I'm not wrong. And we'll have to see where the circle overall is. But for now, 1,000 meters is the distance that Wolves Newt has to go. And yes, this is kind of imagine, Varun. Imagine if the circle goes on the bridge and it stays on the bridge. PMCO ironic, but ironic spots and takes him down to 10 HP. Ironic gets spotted on the other side. Just one shot. And yes, one shot. He has spotted Warhead as well.
Warhead damage.
KTM Ramos gets down by Wolves Newt, and for KTM, just Suraj is left. Look at Wolves Newt. He is moving in forward. If he spots Suraj, that is going to be the end game for KTM right now. That will be the first squad that gets wiped out here. But then Suraj is ready. He's trying to give some revive. But then Newt is moving forward. Will that be it? Is that going to be it? As he has spotted Suraj, and that's going to be the end game for KTM. Thanks for coming. The first squad to get eliminated is right in front of you guys. And Wolves is looking strong with 6 kills. 2 kills from NHN.
Yeah.
And rest of the kills from...
Wolves actually, they are actually having a pretty solid game this time around. Once again, the blue zone is going to be there, a little slow on their rotation. They could be punished for this. Ironic, he is so low, the heal, if it doesn't kick in on time, he is going to be in trouble, but the bandages are going to save him for a little bit till he gets some first aids from his teammates. On the other side, Utsarga and TDP, they are going to look to rotate after they lost their first player, Puffy, in the early stages of the game. But the second airdrop is going to bring the Arctic Warfare Magnum, the AWM, with the extended quick draw mag for the rifles and the military.
Airdrop को पनि कस्तो कमेडी गर्छ AWM मा चाहिँ extended quick draw दिइरहेको छ अनि रोजामा 8 times दिन्छ
on top.
No,
But still,
the circle being close to the
वाइफ को
bridge.
डिक्टेटर प्लेजरले
circle,
जान्छ के
it has to
DC को
save
हरू पानीमै
close over, but the major factor will be now the circle is going to make a pretty tremendous shift in this one.
Yeah.
The next one, and
हाइप्रो
that is
अहिलेसम्म
where
के
the teams
भइरहेको
are
के
gonna be
भइरहेको छ
at a bad spot.
दे आर
Hype,
मिसिङ सेकेन्ड
look
दिन
at this. Hype
Okay.
has the land for themselves, kind of. I mean, they are still struggling to swim. They kind of have a land for themselves.
उनीहरु माथि
And if
चढ्न
they
पर्ने
spot
स्थितिमा रहेछ नि त दुईटै
we
टिम
will see
क्षेत्रपट्टि पानीमा
greats forming, as Hype was a squad that eliminated one player from DC by doing that boat blast or something, like whatever you want to call it, but still there are players from DC
जान्छ होला जोन उसमा
that are still
Leonले चाहिँ अर्को गाडी
that
राइभल्सको
was
आई
the
थिंक
boat, as we were talking
ट्रिगरद्वारा
about.
मिस्टर युज डाउन
Elementrix is Mr. Hughes. Elementrix kind of in a bad spot, and Noob, Pro Noob, he can actually spot some players. That was a good area, but still one major factor is Hype has to get into the zone.
ओहो
Not
प्रो
the
नोबले
whole
चाहिँ
of
यहाँ
Hype, but
लेओनलाई
Leon, he
चाहिँ
has to get
सपोर्ट
into the
गरेर
zone, and that is going to be a tricky one because he is away from his teammates, he is away from all the directions, and he can be easily spotted. Now he's going to take the zone damage.
अल्ल सक्यो
as
टिम
well
टाइम
as
म्याच
the
हेरेर
zone chip
टिम
damage
निस्क्यो यो
is
गेममा
gonna
यो
be
गेममा
a
चाहिँ
major
उसमा त
damage
निस्क्यो
right now. Team Hype's players are outside the circle.
ATM
NHN
रेज
now making their way into the circle, and Dime Classy is outside the circle. That's going to
प्रो
be a
नोबले
bad
चाहिँ यहाँ
thing, but
लियोनलाई
they'll
स्पोर्ट गर्न
have to
सक्ने
find out
सम्भावना
a
छ
way
तर
to
उनीहरु
get inside
सब
the
प्ले
circle.
जोनमा
But DC, as you see, Atom can make inside the zone, and he can just sit on that shore,
Yeah.
and that can change everything for Team
Zone
Hype right
design.
now, as they'll be spotted. Leon will be spotted, and he can be taken out in the game, and we are down to 15 teams right now. And look at this, Elementrix has that higher edge advantage, but still Mr. Hughes was taken down. But then Divine, if he gets spotted, that will be a worthy kill from him. And Hype Dalion, he chooses not to give a skill to anyone, as play zone eats him up.
And Pro Noob is
Okay,
going to be
DC
taken
को
out
Pro
by the
Noob
play
play
zone
zone
as
ले
well.
down.
But talking about this situation,
Sorry, revival
Elementrix
change
are going to be
Oh,
spread out.
without
Rivals on the other
SK49
side,
down.
Slayer spotting out. SK49 from the side of Hype is going to knock him down with that M16 of his. But once again, you have to be
Pro Noob लाई देखेर
careful.
उसले
You
चाहिँ
are
finish गर्न
giving
पनि सक्छ
away
यता
information
right.
about your location to the players right next to you. That is going to be Elementrix and Sugar and Orange. They are going to
Oh,
get into
INES
those
will dig
vehicles.
up
But
Pro Noob
they
चाहिँ
left
finish.
Orange behind. They left Orange behind. Rivals can actually collapse on him, and that is exactly what happens. They knock him down. They are going to finish him off. That was a free kill. That was a free kill being given away to the side of Rivals.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really different situation by Elementrix. They don't do that, but SK4 now also goes down by Rivals there, as he has his kill in his hands right now. Rivals Divine, he knows where Elementrix's players are, and players don't eats up Hype prototype as well. So Hype is down to just one player. That will be Hype Gurkha Whitey for the team right now. And Divine is
Gurkha
good
Whitey
with
मात्र
Rivals is
eliminate
good with
गर्दैन
all their players out there. Slayer wants to move in, but he has been spotted by someone. He has been shot
Okay,
up by
Rivals
someone.
पनि यताबाट
You see,
अगाडि
how
बढ्दै
it all changes the game
उनीहरू
for
त
him
जोनमै
as
थियो
well,
त
as Rivals Trigger is moving into the circle as well.
Yeah.
Uman and Mr.
Zone
Yuzu
में।
and Shagar. We'll have to see how they change
Sakar
everything
अरे।
for the game, how they do it. And Sincere gets spotted out there, and Rival Slayer actually takes him down, and they actually try to take him. And obviously, see, he's inside the water. But
Yeah.
will that be enough? That is one thing we will have to see, as Sincere gets down. And yes, that was an easy kill for Rivals out there. So
But
that was
there is a
something.
kill
But
दियो
then
र?
DX Captain also goes on case. Reed eats him up. But meanwhile, on the other hand, look at that. Rising Nepal's LXYT. That was a long range shot if he had to take it, but he did not nevertheless.
DS को
that
त्यता
is
डाउन
definitely
रहेछ
gonna put
डी
the
को
entire
डी
team
को
in
वार्डो
trouble,
मात्र
but once
बाँकी हो
again, Rising Nepal, they are fighting pretty much at an even height
Ball
against that
thank you,
squad. But
Ronaldo.
KS Miraz, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. He's trying to rush
Yes,
towards
त्यो
now, but he
काजीले
does
त्यता
not, but
पछाडिबाट
there are
हान
two players from the side of Team Xtreme in there. Niku was right behind him, but Niku is going to be taken down as well, and Demon was taken down. Kazi was taken down. Team Xtreme being wiped out in an instant.
They were
Oh, boy.
obliterated. That was just the pure obliteration, the pure.
डेडाइज को
dominance that the
तीनजना
team
बाँकी
just
रहेछ
did out
ओके
there,
हाइपको
and that was
एकजना
something.
ड्याम
The
क्लासिकमा
circle
एकजना
is
नेपाली भनेको
moving
दुईजना
its
स्टिल
shift towards the
उनीहरू त
land side
सुरुबाटै
area, and
दुईजना
Rising
मात्र बाँकी
Nepal,
थियो
the team that has
ओके
to
आरएन
step up to the
त्यताबाट
game,
मुभ
that
गर्ने
has to step up
प्रयास
to the competition, is on the second spot right now. They need that first spot badly.
Oh,
INES
Sagar
Evil Eye
brother
goes on by
यहाँ down.
Elementrix. Shaga's M24. That guy is a pure genius when it comes to snipers out here and the bolt actions, and that's one thing that we are seeing. And look at NHN. Did you just see NHN?
Yeah.
They're on the downside of the bridge.
That is going to be putting the team in a bit of trouble. But
Burner
I want
one
to come back
HP.
to this. How does Shagar find so many M24s? I love the gun too.
See,
I don't get it that
If
much.
anyone finds M24, they're just like.
ए यो मुला हावा बोल्छ यार
supplies,
अस्तिसम्म चाहिँ
M24,
हिजोसम्म चाहिँ ए मलाई
that
बोल्ट
is
एक्सन
one
मनै
thing that he
पर्दैन
does. And look at NHN. You see Wolves.
भन्छ आज चाहिँ आई लभ एम टू फोर भन्छ
NHN, Nepali Ho Ni, they'll have trouble getting on the upper side if they get spotted or something. And meanwhile, the circle is going to shift, and this shift is going to be the most important one. We'll have to see where the shift actually happens, because this shift, yeah,
ओ भाइ
the centralized shift, that means Wolves has to move and NHN has to move. And
Okay,
that
7
movement
seater
of
Wolves को
NHN
चाहिँ
is
यहाँ
gonna
अझै
change
पर्ने भयो
everything for
प्याथेटिक
Nepali Ho Ni. INES currently inside the circle. We'll have to see what happens. And DE,
रेटेड पो फिनिश
if
भइसक्यो
INES
रहेछ
spots
DE
DE,
Yeah.
they're gonna just change
ए
everything
रेटेड
for
खेल्यो
the
कि
for the
सिजे
team.
खेल्यो
Yeah, INE's position is actually perfect because in this
Then open.
entire area, this is going to be the peak point. And
Lo, lo, lo,
from
lo,
there
yo,
on
Wolves
out, if
are
they
keep
actually
it.
play their cards right, they can actually get the chicken dinner in this game.
Nice.
But Wolves Dictator, he was dropped as he tried to rush in towards the players from the side of 7 Seas, and that's going to be it. But they left.
ला मलाई मार भनेर अगाडि
They
बढ्दिरा
break
Wolves
the damage
को
with them. But once again, Block AOP being taken by KSRE. That low ground just not working for the side of Nepali Ho Ni. And
Team have
Xtreme, they are going to be
eliminated.
taken out as well. And the other two players, Ironic and Newt, they're going to go charging in. Can they make it to the other side of this bridge? 7C, the players are low, but the shots are being fired once again. Newt is going to take down
Lololio! Wolves
Pathetic,
के
he
गरेको?
was on the low ground, but Demon OP, he's still there. They have to be careful. Ironic is going to smoke this entire place up, but can he actually make it this time? Aruz, he has to revive. He's going to jump on the other side of the bridge and is going to go for the heal. But JM Sony is going to try and land those long range shots.
Pathetic, the big guard image of
eliminated out in that thing, but Pathetic on the lower side was out there, and Sonam gets spotted, and JM T'Challa takes him down.
Samir
Jyanmaara is taking this
Katal,
fight from the upper area, and that leaves ZE in a really bad spot. Rising Nepal is also
TTP
coming for that.
यहाँ rotate
TTP
गर्दैछ
has been spotted
TTP लाई हल्का
there.
ड्यामेज
TTP
दिँदै
on
ओके
top can actually go down in this fight. Is dropped down to 50% HP right now, but will that be
ल
enough? As out
डी
there
इल्युजनले
players
चाहिँ
are
नकाने
getting
पनि
a shot at Doku Doku
JM को
as
पनि एकजना
eliminated by
डाउन
DE. They tried to contest DE's spot, but they could not.
आरएन द्वारा इल्युजन डाउन
Yeah, that
But-
is
but
gonna be
ओहो,
unfortunate
RN को
because
अगाडि
not
आइसक्यो।
contesting.
Frosty Process got
Frosty Process is
eliminated.
not gonna be contested. Can
KS
they
ले
are
गएर
taken
on
out
top
of
लाई
the
फिनिश
game.
हानेछ
Rising Nepal right now taking on the side of DE.
नेपाली
JM
उनीको
T'Challa
स्टिलले
has been
सोलो
dropped
गाई
quite low.
अझसम्म
And here
सर्भाइभ
comes player
भइरहेछ
from the side of KS. Sayox is gonna be there. Is
ओहो
gonna be
जेमन
joining
ओपी
his
द्वारा
teammates.
एकजना
50
डाउन
on the high ground is gonna
Look
come in
at that
contact
D
with
को
Wang.
वाडु
He's gonna
वहाँबाट
drop him,
आफ्नो
but on the
साथीतिर
other side,
जाँदै
Shagar still with that
ओके
M24.
सागर बोले उता ओके जीवन क्रेजी अगाडि बढेर
Is gonna get a kill on Divines, and Shagar once again rivals trigger is gonna be wiped out with that M24 from the side of the man in
Jyanmaara
Elementrix.
eliminated
But
as well
DE,
र
they
यहाँ
have to be
ओके
careful this time
यहाँ
around because
नेड
Rising Nepal is right next to
ओ
them.
सिकु
Vibes
नक
is
हुन
right
सक्ने
next to them.
सम्भावना
And KS, they are going to be closing in again. Hades is going to
नाइट
drop
एन्ड नेट
Elementrix, Poo Poo
जस्तो
Man,
लाग्छ होइन
and
रहेछ
that rotation from the bridge, we have to see where
आठवटा
this
टिम्स
entire team
23 जना
went.
बाँकी
But
7
once
सी द्वारा
again,
पुपुम्यान
this
डाउन
compound is on
INES
the
couldn't
right
down.
in front of the tri-split that the road does before entering the bridge.
INES
And,
लाई
you
7S ले नै
have to
हाल्दै
take control of
7C
this really, really carefully. Elementrix being taken out. INES Evil Eye dropped Shaga in the last moments, but now here comes the blue zone. Alex Whitey is already quite low, is trying to run through the smoke towards his teammates. Illusion, he has
Illusion
the
down
high ground.
गर्न
Is he
सक्ने
going to spot
सम्भावना
him? And yes, he does. He is going to drop the player
रिडक्सन माथि
right there,
घुसिसकेको
but
थियो
Rising
डीको
Nepal, they are
सिकु
going in
एकदम
for
लो
the
देख्छु
rush, and
नेपाली
Nepali
उनी
Ho
गरे
Ni are gonna be
एलिमिनेटेड
taken out. They know
आरएन
the
को
players
माथि
are on the
घुसिसकेको
rooftop,
अवस्था त्यहाँ
and going for the
टिपी
third
भइरहेको
person
रहेछ ओहो
perspective.
एकजनालाई
There's
डाउन
no spot out.
इल्युजनले
Illusion
अर्कोलाई
is
पनि
to
डाउन
drop down, but there are still players.
Last
present.
guy winning from
Vedak
Team
is there
RN.
on the ground floor. He is going to go and try giving revive to his teammate. It is going to be a 1 versus 2 situation.
Oh,
right now.
I think
Supriya
RN
Madhu
vibe
are
knew.
trying to take Vedak out. Vedak
Oh,
is
yep.
quite low, and he's going to
यसको
be
साथै
taken down as well. And Rising
seafood
Nepal
द्वारा
are going to take the exit from the game at the 5th position.
I mean, we are down to 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. 13 players alive out there. TE Wadu sir getting a revive. Obviously, that is an important
दुईटा
thing for
नेपाली
the
दुईटा
Rising
यहाँ
guys right now.
बांग्लादेशी
ASX once again making up a mark. Is Erangel their favorite map? I don't know because
Final
this
map,
is one player,
Angal
one team
Perapa,
that shines out
Anga
incredibly
Achka.
well. They
I
have
know,
all 4
understand
players
the-
alive. They have
welcome
8
to the
points for the team.
I
Let's
know
see
you speak
what
your
position do
language,
they land in, or if they will be ending up the day with a chicken dinner out here. As TE is also ready for that thing. Each and every team wants a chicken dinner. INES once again making up a good mark, has 5 kills, and they have dropped down KS.
अरे यार यो KS र INES लाई मार न हो यार KS मार्देऊ त यो INES लाई नाइस आना अर्कोलाई नि हान्दा
a first aid right now. We'll have to see.
Oh, त्यो गाडी थिम घुम्ने हान्दै
Evil Eye takes on KS Harith, finishes KS Harith. KS, the team that was in a good spot right
7C
now.
चिल भएर बस्छ त्यो त
People. Meraz also goes down. KS is down to 2 people right now. As
उनीहरूलाई लड्न दियो न हो गाइस
INES, that can be a third party situation out there. 7C Arus goes for a grenade, does not hit anyone.
D को 3 जना KS को 3 जना 7C को 2 जना र ओहो नाइस
Good teams that are trying to be.
ला आरुस किल सेक्युर गर त
Yeah, definitely.
प्याथेर आरुस
definitely,
बाँकी
but
रहेछ हौ
KS,
फेरि
the last time they had the ball in their favor, but made one single mistake.
हेर यो
that
KS
cost
को
them the
अगाडि नै
chicken
टप
dinner
खस्दिरहेको
in the
के
game. This time, 7C Pathetic, the nade coming out.
ओहो नाइस नेड बाइ आरुस
INES with
होइन
one
KS को
kill,
ले
and
पो हाने
he
रहेछ
was there to help as well. Aruz gets one. If
र
they get
7C को
one, and
हदेस
they
नै बाँकी
eliminate
थियो
together.
They
But
shared a
yeah.
whole team out.
Yeah. a whole team being taken out by two separate guys. But now it turns into a 3 versus 3 versus 2 scenario. 7C with just 2 players. KS is going to be there with 3. And they are just chunking those throwables at each other.
The airdrop is there to help them this time. I mean, KS, they can have those level 3 helmet and vest and maybe an incredible gun if there's if that is one case with the airdrop out there. But then they need to focus on just one fight. As 7C Pathetic spots them. 7C Pathetic just dropped down and is trying to take up another player. Aruz is on full health right now. Who's also trying to give a cover as KS if he takes down 7C Pathetic. KS is taking the fight, but DE. Don't forget this team. This team is incredible with its comebacks. They've had a good run in yesterday and a decent run today. Out with their run as Ifti is in the center right now. Ifti can be spotted by DE. Shifusa Ifti goes for a shot. He has been spotted now. Wadusa from the right end direction. And Wadusa takes him down. KS once again on a bad spot right now. One player has been taken down. Wadusa goes down by KS. Meraz in the cover fire. I think DE is making a good situation right now. They are going for the revival, and if they should also go for a revival, as the circle is supporting 7Cs right now in an incredible way. Look at that, Mehraz, Sanhok, 2 players surviving. If a grenade comes in, but that is not going to do much. Behind that airdrop, the airdrop is helping them a lot right now.
It has been helping them quite a lot, but on the other side, look at this. Pathetic was revived. They are going to be quite comfortable. The throwables coming in once again.
Nice knock by Wadu.
He's going to do a lot of damage if he was revived earlier. But now DE are going to look to close this one out. The players are going to be revived, but they have to heal up as well. The smokes being popped are going to provide them the cover. DE, once again, the nade being thrown. That just overshot everything and is going to miss its mark. KS, they are going to be pretty much safe from that one, but they have to be careful because at any given moment DE could actually come in charging in, and the smoke is going to dissipate, but Wadu is going to take a hit from Meraz, and that is going to spell trouble from the side of DE. Deadeye guys, can you clutch this one out? 2 versus 3 versus 3. On the other side, 7C, they haven't made a single move yet, but Pathetic is going to get caught out by FT, trying to run down the slope towards the hill, but Aruz is going to be the only man left standing because Pathetic got finished off by Shifusa. 1 extra free kill being given away. Illusion is going to go in for a flank. He's going to go rob.
Last guy remaining from KS, I guess.
The only man left standing. Can he do something? Oh, Ifti is going to be taken out, and 7C is going to be taken out as well by
KS finish and 7C finish
comes out second, and they took their fight in 2 different directions. Wadusa was looking in one direction.
Who killed off Aruz?
Wadu, he was looking in that direction, and Shifusa was looking in this direction, and this was incredible. Like, one team was fighting 2 different teams, and I mean, KS once again finished his second. They could have finished third if Aruz was, spotted a little bit late, but Aruz was out there. I mean, that was thanks to Pathetic. I mean, Pathetic was...
That was a bad
movement. Yeah, that movement actually costed 7C's its game, that they could have come second if anything, but right now that
second or first, because 2 versus 3 is still a D-level situation. 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3 is when they are gonna run my face and shoot
one of the best things is all the teams in the first, second and third position, they have good amount of kills. Like KS, the best thing about KS is the team goes for kills. Even if they get eliminated on 16 or they get eliminated on second, they have good kills in them.
Yeah, but that once again has been a gamble for this team so far, because in the earlier stages it did not work out, but in the later stages, as in today, they are putting up an amazing performance in every single game, apart from one wherein they again got eliminated, I think at 13th or 12th position.
Yeah, on 12th position, that was the previous game or something, but still, Erangel has been their map, to be honest.
Erangel has been, every team practices this a lot. You play this a lot. You start, like every one of us who has been...
Yeah, other maps are not downloaded on their phone, but Erangel is always there.
Erangel is always there. Plus, I believe all these players have been playing these games for quite a time, till before where there were no maps but Erangel.
Yeah, I mean, each and every player, they know their way around. They have their favorite spots, not so favorite spots in Erangel, and it all starts on Erangel, to be honest, and that is one good thing about the game. See, in this particular game also, the zone shifts were tremendous, but then they know their ways around Erangel, so the teams were quick enough. Some teams were quick enough to reach inside the circle and stay inside the circle, as that thing was mandatory for the final fights as well.
Yeah, that was definitely mandatory. One questionable decision would be Nepali Ho Ni just jumping into the water. A lot of teams taking the water routes this time around. That was actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
And did anyone actually make use of the Nova Bridge?
teams, some teams, see, Wolves was taking up a fight with 7C.
Yeah.
They were trying to make the use of Novo Bridge, but they could not out there. INES was out there from Novo. They started from Novo. They were trying to get inside the circle and all those areas. But Novo Bridge was out of the equation after the second circle. After that, it was the military bridge that was out there. So Wolves were taking a fight at military bridge. They got eliminated out there on the bridge itself. As 7C's players, Dictator did incredible. His rush was incredible, but then he was late on the shots as 7C's players were getting revived in that smoke cloud. He did not want to give up his location that he was out there. That was one of the things. That was one of the decent decisions that he made. No doubt it cost him the game, but that was something. But meanwhile, let's just talk about the players that actually won the game. I mean, the team that actually won the game. DE once again having a second chicken in their overall run, if I'm not wrong. And let's see who the MVP is out from that team, to be honest, because I want to see how many kills that player come out, because the amount of kills.
7 and 699 damage.
700, let's call it 700, because that is equivalent to 7 kills, so yeah.
Yeah, 7 kills, 700 damage. Yeah, pretty, like, he was knocking them down, he was finishing them off basically on his own. On the other side, 8 kilometers traveled. That is quite a lot. And DE once again putting up an amazing performance. So all these players from the squad have Sir at the end of the name, and I think after this game, pretty much deserve it.
They pretty much deserve it, and they you know, made up their name with their kills and all. But then there are some teams who also had good kills, but they did not come to the position like KS.
1, 2, 3 Kole. First match Elementrix, second Nepali Ho Ni, third Jyanmaara, fourth Deadeyes
guys. 13 kills.
साउथ एसियाबाट प्रो लिगमा कतिवटा टिम जान्छ 8वटा होला सायद मैले सुने तर नट
11 kills for KS. This is amazing. 11 is always a number that just stays here, if you remember, like every time Rising Nepal
KS ले 11 किल त हानेको हैन
25 points for the team. These 25 points I think is going to make a lot of difference when we are going to see the overall standings. Team 7C on the third position, INES having a comeback on the fourth position, Elementrix on the
Trouble हजुर बार्सा दिदी म सन्देश के हेरे
8 points, but a comeback is a comeback. Rising Nepal is out there, but I think overall INES is obviously going to end up in the first position as Rising Nepal is on the 6th right now. Wolves Gen on 7th, and Rivals X is out there on the 8th position.
Yeah, but moving on to the next 8, we have Jyanmaara.
Vibes
is going to be taken. Nepali Ho Ni are going to be 11th. Process is going to be 12th. Hype is going to be 13th. Damage is going to be 14th. Team Xtreme take the 15th spot, and KTM Rage was first team eliminated, so they are going to be 16th.
पिछली में दिस अंकल जी अरे राजा गूगल प्रयोग किया क्या
from first they had from not just second, third position, fifth position, and now they are at this this area. So I think it was something they need to look out when they have to reach through the water areas and all those areas.
And it wasn't just Hype, it was Xtreme as well. And Xtreme has been a strong team, one of the top contenders in the semi-finals, but this time today I think they fell a bit short. But apart from that, let's have a look at the top 5 players for this game and see who all will be joining in Illusion, sir.
I mean, obviously, he's 7 kills. One amazing thing. The team has 13 kills. 2 kills by just these two players out there. 7 and 6. That is 13. So, yeah, that's out there. And KS on the other hand making up an appearance out here with 4 kills for Harith, 415 damage, 7C Demon OP, 4 kills for him, 387, and 3 kills for KSFT, and 734 for them as well. So we'll have to see what happens. But then if we have to talk about head-to-head, we can talk about Illusion Sir and Shifu Sir from the same team, as they had good amount of stats for them individually, and that actually took the team as well on that point. So if we have to talk about it, we can just talk about
I think D ko matra garyo hola aaj samai.
The performance was brilliant, but we still have to see between these two players as to who was engaging in fights, who was actually risking it more. So let's have a look at the head-to-head between Shifu Sir and Illusion Sir.
I mean,
because looking at those stats will actually tell us who was actually responsible for creating an opening basically for the other one. Because 13 kills for the team, 13 kills on these two, that means the rest,
7 for
other
1,
two
6 for 1, almost 700-ish damage for both of them. I mean, they were playing toe-to-toe for a good
be that they were having a race amongst themselves.
Like, I'll take kills, no, I'll take kills, I'll take kills, I'll take kills. And rest all 2 players, you just stay behind, just give us a good cover if you can, and we are going to go for it. But then the performance was amazing by these 2 players, if anything. And yes, we are going to compare the stats from the same team for the first time. 7 kills with 699 and 6 kills with 761. It's a good thing. 167 was the healing of Illusion, sir. 93 for Shifu, sir. Distance traveled once again. See, this is one thing.
Yeah.
If we are talking about the same team, the distance travel should be equivalent.
Exactly.
But out here, Illusion sir has a much more distance travel, as he was the first one to barge inside the house when TDP was taking fight with them. They were the first one to actually barge in, and all those headshots. If we are talking, it's just one headshot. For them.
I want to talk about this. Like, they had 13 kills. That's actually a lot in competitive. In an actual tournament game, and how do you have like under 200 damage on your players? Like one player just
7C Deadeyes, look at
have a
them.
look at the overall standings. INES is going to be first with 153 points. Rising Nepal is going to be second with 146 points. Deadeye Guys, they are going to be third with 144 points on them. Team 7C, they have climbed up quite a lot. They are going to be fourth with 127 points. Team Xtreme, they have dropped slightly. They are going to be fifth with 125 points for themselves. Nepali Ho Ni are going to be sixth with 120 points. Jyanmaara are going to be seventh, 118 points. Rivals X, they are going to be eighth with 115 points for them.
As we were talking, that all the teams who have had 12 matches are out there. Team Hype getting out of the top 8 out there. They were seventh in the first, in the previous standings. Now they are on the 9th. PN Gaming would like to come back and climb back once again tomorrow, as they are on
Hype on 9.
R3 Devils, another team that everyone would like to see, and TDP as well. Elementrix has had a good comeback, and for the first time, look at that, KSX. That is one of the teams that was ending at 24th. From 24th to 15. That is a big jump. That is an incredible jump for
KS ko त मुलाहरु त वहाँबाट यहाँ 15 मा आइदिरहे.
The last section of the table, a lot of the teams over here are just 8 games to then.
11 गेम खेल्ने ला 24 मा थियो क्या.
Wolves Den, they are 17
22 कि 24 पति मा.
22 मा थियो क्या. 8 games played, 63 points. KTM Race, they are going to be 19, 12 games played, 63 points. Salty Squad is going to be
7 D बल्ल बल्ल क्वालिफाई भएको थियो ग्रुप स्टेजमा, अहिले त टप 8 मा रहे.
Vibes 21st, 12 games, 54 points. Ultimate Bang, Team Pyro, A1 Esports are going to be 22nd, 23rd, 24th respectively. All of them have 8 games, and the difference is going to be there tomorrow, because they are in the situation that KSX was in.
Yeah,
they need to finish like in the top 3 with like 20 points in every single game if they actually want to make it.
KSX did it in 2 games.
Yeah.
Like they were second in both the games, both the Erangels if anything, and they did incredibly well, to be honest. But then let's talk about the 2 teams that are at first and second, but they did not play as per the expectations. Like, they've had low kills today, they've had low chances today, and did not have that much, impact with their gameplays. 63 kills for INES.
7C India को 7C पछि आको अरे हो.
15,400 almost for INES.
तर उनीहरुले 7Cs लेख्छ हैन, 7S लेख्छ उनीहरुको ट्याग चाहिँ.
It's a lot of damage when you consider.
Yeah.
But still the impact, the fact where they might be lacking.
Engaging fights, I think. Rising Nepal, initially they started off quite aggressive.
Experience no भएर हो
screens
where
the performances were not going
same clan I guess. Nope.
And today we saw that as well. The first game they played, they were being pretty aggressive. Second game slowed down a bit. Third game slowed down even further. In the last game it was like Rising Nepal was not Rising Nepal at all. But moving on from
A1
there,
Esports group
let's
stage
have a
ma
look
Singham
at the
semis ma
top 10
चाहिँ
overall
sad
players as
Pakistani
well and
fan
see
रहे.
as to where these players stand. Is Badrev still leading the scoreboard? And why do I ask that question? 34 kills, 14 kills between him and the second position holder Sonam.
Like, how can someone just topple that? I don't think so. There's any chance. Like, 7,450 damage points. Like, that is incredible. Incredible is even a small word right in front of what he is doing. Rising Nepal, Sonam with 20 kills, as you said. Hype Dalion, Hype making up an appearance out there with 18 kills for the team P, and Mafia Ninja with 17. No doubt PN is going to play tomorrow, but then this 34, I don't think so. No one is actually.
That is not going to be close.
I was going to भयो.
Talking about this, Badrev's team, INES, they had 16,000 damage in total. That one man is 7,500 alone, which is 50% for himself. On the other side, moving on to the next 5, rated is going to be 6, 17 kills, 2,200 damage. 7th being taken by TX Demon, 16 kills as well, 3,800 damage. Wolves 6-9 is going to be 8th with 16 kills, 2,900 damage. Shifu Sir is going to be 9th with 16 kills, 2,700 damage. And Nepali Ho Ni is Gole is going to be 10th with 15 kills, 3,100 damage.
All right, let's talking about NH and Gole.
Yeah.
There's one person in the production. If you know,
Yeah.
Hey, sayonara,
our director
Chimikere.
actually
Okay,
gives us a call.
adios.
His name is actually really similar to him. So it's a huge shout out to the guy who stands behind.
साँच्चै कहाँ बस्छ भनेर भनेन हो.
Right in front of us, just giving us the calls. But then his calls actually mean a lot, and he does incredible job in his job that is out there. So it's a huge shout out to Manoj Gola. So if you guys are still on the stream, just spam hashtag Gole. Hashtag Gole or hashtag Gole, whatever you want to. And also Sandeep. I mean, if you guys know a good pizza place, just spam a good pizza place, a good pizza venture, or anything for Sandeep. He's also an incredible guy who's out there in the production. So yeah, those are two things that we just wanted to head out before we just close the show or something.
Yeah, because we are done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow with a lot more action from groups A and C. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys come back in, and talking about pizza, we'll grab ourselves some treats. Take care. Bye-bye.
ओके छ त पेट दुखोस् केटाहरू मलाई स्ट्रिममा पिज्जा खाने भनेर हल्ला गर्यो अनि के त
मकै र त्यो बदाम खाँदै स्ट्रिम गर्दा केही हुँदैन
मैले भनेको थिएँ त अधिकारी टोलबाट हो भनेर म यति भन्दै आजको लागि adios sayonara bye bye guys ब्रो 4वटा म्याच सकिसक्यो यस डार्क गेममा 4वटै सकिसक्यो फर्स्ट म्याच ओइ दुईटा चिकन डिनर हान्यो है भनेपछि आज
कोले
डीले फर्स्ट म्याच पनि डीले खाएको ए हैन नेभर माइन्ड म चाहिँ हल्का फर्स्ट म्याच एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले सेकेन्ड म्याच ज्यानमाराले थर्ड म्याच सेकेन्ड म्याच नेपाली होनीले थर्ड म्याच ज्यानमाराले र फोर्थ म्याच चाहिँ डेड आइजले हानेको है गाइस लुडो म्याच नो मोर लुडो अब अझ चाहिँ मेबी एकछिनमा पब्जी चाहिँ अफ स्ट्रिम खेलिन्छ आडियोस सायोनारा बाई बाई र छिमेकीलाई पनि बाई बाई सी यू गाइस टुमोरो